value tuna and tuna-like species is nearly $18 billion, and India can significantly enhance its share herein too. In this context, the Andaman Nicobar and Lakshadweep Islands constitute 50% of our exclusive economic zone with 3 lakh ton high-value fishery resources. These islands present vast opportunities for expanding sustainable and export-oriented fisheries, particularly for high-value species like tuna. In this context, I am very happy to share that the Department of Fisheries, Government of India, under the leadership of the Honorable Union Minister, has also issued exclusive economic zone rules and high seas guidelines for sustainable harnessing of such fisheries resources. 2 very major investor meets have also been held in these islands, leading to investment proposals of approximately rupees 800 crores. And number 3, enhancing value addition through a cluster approach represents another important pathway for increasing seafood export earnings and strengthening India's position in global seafood markets. While the country has developed capabilities in several value-added seafood products, their share in the overall seafood exports remains at 11%. Under the phase 2 of the flagship program, Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, the Department of Fisheries aims to increase the share of value-added seafood exports to 25 to 30%, with focus on supporting infrastructural strengthening, market and product diversification. PMSSY 2 will at the same time reinforce its focus on welfare measures for our fishers and fish farmers through credit guaranteed loaning under the Fisheries Infrastructure Development Fund, Kisan credit cards, livelihood support during ban period, aquaculture as well as accident insurance. Against this backdrop, today's workshop seeks to facilitate meaningful deliberations on the policy, regulatory and industry measures required to unlock the export potential of inland, island and offshore resources to propel value-added seafood exports. Through department presentations and 2 very focused technical sections, particular emphasis will be placed on enhancing export competitiveness, strengthening market access, promoting innovation and encouraging greater participation of startups and MSMEs in the fisheries value chain. I am sure with the participation of all our stakeholders in the deliberations and the able guidance of our distinguished dignitaries on the dais, we will be able to identify key ground challenges and actionable recommendations for the sustainable growth of the fisheries and export sector. Thank you very much.
बहुत बहुत आभार डॉक्टर अभिलक्ष्य लिखी जी, सचिव महोदय का। इस 2 दिवसीय वर्कशॉप का एक कॉन्टेक्स्ट उन्होंने आपके सामने रखा है, उसके लिए बिफोर वी मूव फॉरवर्ड आई विल इनवाइट Subhash Chandra ji, Director, Department of Fisheries, Government of India. District in charge Minister for Visakhapatnam, Government of Andhra Pradesh, Honorable Dr. Dola Shri Bala Veeranjaneyya Swami ji is with us on this occasion. So I will request Subhash Chandra ji to felicitate and welcome Honorable District in charge Minister for Visakhapatnam, Government of Andhra Pradesh. Ladies and gentlemen, with a huge round of applause from all of you, please. उनका भी इस अवसर पर स्वागत है शॉल भेंट करके, और साथ ही बुके और लॉर्ड वेंकटेश्वर का के प्रति जो आस्था की अभिव्यक्ति हम सबके मन में होती है हमेशा, वो भी भगवान वेंकटेश्वर की एक मूर्ति भेंट करके उनका भी इस अवसर पर स्वागत, अभिनंदन। देवीय सज्जनों, आज देश में सी फूड एक्सपोर्ट को लेकर जो डायनामिक्स हैं और भविष्य के लिए जो रोड मैप है, जिसका उल्लेख ऑनरेबल सेक्रेटरी सर ने भी किया, उसको लेकर विभाग ने एक वीडियो तैयार की है आप सबके लिए। आगे बढ़ने से पहले आइए देखते हैं ये वीडियो।
Fisheries sector plays a critical role in India's economy, providing livelihoods to more than 3 crore people, including processors and exporters. India contributes 8% to global fish production and ranks second with a record fish production of 197.7 lakh tons in 2024 to 25.
आज भारत का सी फूड निर्यात भी तेजी से बढ़ रहा है। 10 साल पहले देश से 20,000 करोड़ रुपए से कम का झींगा निर्यात होता था। आज 40,000 करोड़ रुपए से ज्यादा की झींगा निर्यात होता है। हमने जो ब्लू रिवॉल्यूशन स्कीम शुरू की थी, उसकी सफलता चारों तरफ दिख रही है।
Over the last decade, government has approved highest ever investment of 39,272 crore rupees under various initiatives and schemes including Blue Revolution, FIDF, PMMSY and Pradhan Mantri Matsya Kisan Samriddhi Saha Yojana. Through various schemes and programs, government focuses on enhancing production, development of quality infrastructure, availability of quality brood and seed, species diversification, genetic improvement programs, establishment of NBCs, adoption of new and advanced technologies in aquaculture, strengthened antibiotic and residue controls, development of production and processing clusters, integrated aquaparks, use of drone and AI. Besides, adoption of robust fisheries management framework in development of deep sea fisheries like annual fishing closure for 61 days, use of legal-sized gears, ban on destructive fishing, installation of artificial reefs, marine mammal comparability approval, mandatory turtle excluder devices in shrimp trawls, implementation of EEZ and high seas rules and guidelines, use of vessel communication and support system, development of 100 coastal villages, startups, ecosystem and establishment of fisheries incubation centers are being prioritized. Smart and integrated fishing harbors are being prioritized for improving hygiene, operationalize efficiency through digitalization and traceability, reduce post-harvest losses, and support ease of doing business. State-of-art fish markets are approved for boosting domestic consumption. Value addition and post-harvest management are being strengthened through modern processing and cold chain infrastructure. A national framework on traceability in fisheries and aquaculture has been developed to meet global market requirements and strengthen certification systems, thereby building consumer confidence. The Marine Products Export Development Authority, MPDA, through its scheme Technology Development for Specific Value-Added Marine Products, has been instrumental in improving processing and supporting infrastructure required for seafood export. Furthermore, the Department of Fisheries, in association with Department of Commerce and MPDA, has strengthened India's seafood sector through coordinated stakeholder engagements, including exporters and investors meet, consultative workshops and bilateral collaborations for market access and enhanced trade. To meet international compliance, Indian regulatory bodies like MPDA, EIC, CAA and others deploy strict quality controls. MPDA drives these efforts through residue monitoring, catch certificate, Shapari certification and AI-driven automation from harvest to export. Recent trade dynamics require strong bilateral ties, deeper markets access, free and fair trade. Accordingly, the comprehensive trade agreements with the EU, UK, Australia, Oman and New Zealand are set to maximize India's marine export competitiveness and drive an unprecedented surge in global seafood trade. Supported by the above initiatives and proactive actions in the recent past, India's seafood exports have registered strong growth despite ongoing trade disruptions and US tariff challenges, rising to 19.72 lakh tons, valued at 73,890.46 crore rupees, compared to 16.98 lakh tons, worth 62,408 crore rupees in the previous year. As one of the world's leading seafood exporters, India remains committed to delivering quality seafood products while promoting sustainable practices for a resilient export and blue future.
थैंक यू सो मच। आपकी ब्लेसिंग्स, आपकी एनकरेजमेंट और आपके एसोसिएशन के लिए देवी सज्जनों। आप सभी जानते हैं प्रधानमंत्री मत्स्य किसान समृद्धि सह योजना PMMKSSY के अंतर्गत एक्वाकल्चर एक्टिविटीज में फाइनेंशियल सिक्योरिटी को सुनिश्चित करने के लिए और इसके साथ साथ सस्टेनेबल एक्वाकल्चर फार्मिंग के लिए केंद्र सरकार ने एक्वाकल्चर इंश्योरेंस का विशेष प्रावधान किया है इसमें 40% 40% तक वन टाइम इंसेंटिव इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम पर प्रदान किया जाता है, ताकि नेचुरल डिजास्टर या बीमारियों से होने वाले जो आपदा है, जो नुकसान है, उसकी भरपाई की जा सके। और ये सारा बेनिफिट जो है, जो भी है इससे जुड़े हुए, वो डायरेक्ट हमारे बेनिफिशरीज के अकाउंट में जाता है। आई विल रिक्वेस्ट ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ आंध्र प्रदेश जी एंड ऑनरेबल यूनियन मिनिस्टर्स टू प्लीज कम फॉरवर्ड to present these certificates to all these beneficiaries। और इसमें सबसे पहले मैं इनवाइट करने जा रहा हूं देवियों से जो हमारे इंश्योरेंस से जुड़े हुए जो बेनिफिशरीज हैं उनको। और इस क्रम में आंध्र प्रदेश के पश्चिमी गोदावरी जिले से श्रीमती पॉली सेट्टी देवी श्री लक्ष्मी, आई विल इनवाइट श्रीमती पॉली सेट्टी देवी श्री लक्ष्मी फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, वो बिलोंग्स टू द वेस्ट गोदावरी डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऑफ आंध्र प्रदेश। उन्होंने एक्वाकल्चर फार्मिंग को आपदा से सुरक्षा प्रदान करने के लिए आपने PMMKK-SSY के अंतर्गत टाटा AIG जनरल इंश्योरेंस कंपनी से कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव एक्वाकल्चर इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी ली। 2.85 हेक्टेयर क्षेत्र में वो फार्मिंग करती हैं एक्वाकल्चर, और उसको उन्होंने उसके माध्यम से कवर किया। 40% की सब्सिडी इन्हें मिली, 37,504 रुपए का इंसेंटिव भी मिला है। आंध्र प्रदेश के पश्चिम गोदावरी जिले से ही श्री एनटी प्रेमानंदन जी को इनवाइट करूंगा। वो 1 हेक्टेयर क्षेत्र में एक्वाकल्चर फार्मिंग करते हैं, और आपने भी PMMKSSY योजना के अंतर्गत टाटा AIG जनरल इंश्योरेंस कंपनी से कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव इंश्योरेंस प्लान लिया, पॉलिसी ली, और 12,414 रुपए का वन टाइम उनको इंसेंटिव भी मिला इसके अंतर्गत, और सब्सिडी भी मिला है। नाउ आई विल इनवाइट फ्रॉम वेस्ट गोदावरी डिस्ट्रिक्ट इटसेल्फ श्री पॉली सेट्टी मुरली जी, आंध्र प्रदेश के ही वेस्ट गोदावरी डिस्ट्रिक्ट से। श्री पॉली सेट्टी मुरली जो कि 3.20 हेक्टेयर क्षेत्र में एक्वाकल्चर फार्मिंग करती हैं, जिसका आपने PMMKSSY के अंतर्गत इंश्योरेंस बेनिफिट लिया है, और इसमें आपको 40% तक जो प्रीमियम सब्सिडी प्राप्त हुई है, और साथ ही 38,255 रुपए का वन टाइम इंसेंटिव भी इन्हें मिला है, जो डायरेक्ट इनके खाते में गया है। अब मैं आमंत्रित करूंगा PMMKSSY योजना के अंतर्गत परफॉर्मेंस ग्रांट बेनिफिशियरीज को, जिन्हें इस अवसर पर यहां सर्टिफिकेट प्रदान किया जाएगा। इस योजना के अंतर्गत ये पहले बेनिफिशियरीज हैं जो इनको ये सर्टिफिकेट यहां मिलने जा रहा है। और इसमें सबसे पहले इनवाइट कर रहा हूं मध्य प्रदेश के खांडवा जिले से बलराज फिशरीज जो एंटरप्राइज है, उसके रिप्रेजेंटेटिव यहां मंच पर आएंगे। तालियां आप सबकी तरफ से भरपूर आनी चाहिए। बलराज फिशरीज के पास 2024 से ही मध्य प्रदेश में एक डेजिग्नेटेड जोन इंदिरा सागर रिजर्वायर के फिशिंग राइट्स हैं, और इस एंटरप्राइज ने फिशिंग फ्लीट्स, आइस प्रोडक्शन, रेफ्रिजरेटेड ट्रांसपोर्ट से जुड़े इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को स्थापित किया है। इस तरह के अनेक काम किया। इस योजना के अंतर्गत अगले बेनिफिशियरी हैं बालोदा बाजार छत्तीसगढ़ से मंडल मानित एक्वा जेनेटिक्स टेक्नोलॉजी रिसर्च प्राइवेट लिमिटेड, जो कि लगभग 100 एकड़ क्षेत्र में फैले कैंपस को उसमें अपना यह कार्य संचालन करते हैं। इस कंपनी ने ट्रेडिशनल हैचरी ऑपरेशन से आज स्टेट ऑफ द आर्ट फैसिलिटी वाले टेक्नोलॉजी ड्रिवन रिसर्च फोकस्ड एक्वाकल्चर मॉडल के रूप में एक ट्रांसफॉर्म करके दिया है, और फिश जेनेटिक्स में भी विशेषज्ञता उन्होंने हासिल की, स्पेशलाइजेशन किया। बहुत बहुत बधाई। अब मैं मंच पर आमंत्रित करूंगा अपने किसान क्रेडिट कार्ड बेनिफिशियरीज को, और ये सभी बेनिफिशियरीज एक साथ स्टेज पर आएंगे, और ये प्लाक और ये ग्रुप फोटो यहां मंच पर होगा। ये ऑल द 3 बेनिफिशियरीज आर फ्रॉम आंध्र प्रदेश एंड फ्रॉम द वेस्ट गोदावरी डिस्ट्रिक्ट। इनके नाम हैं श्री के अरविंद, श्री RS राजू एंड श्री वी लक्ष्मी नारायण। बिचौलियों से जो शोषण हुआ करता था, उससे बचाने के लिए हमारे छोटे मछुआरों भाई बहनों को कम ब्याज दर पर यह ऋण सुविधा उपलब्ध की जाती है इस स्कीम के अंतर्गत। और अरविंद को 2024 में 24 लाख रुपए का लोन सैंक्शन हुआ। इसी तरह RS राजू को भी 2024 में 9 लाख। थैंक यू वेरी मच सर। आई विल रिक्वेस्ट ऑल ऑफ यू प्लीज टेक योर सीट्स। तो इस तरह के जो लाभ इनको सबको मिले हैं, वो अपने आप में बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है देवियों सज्जनों। आइए आज के इनॉग्रल सेशन का एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट जो हमारा सेगमेंट है, वो आपसे चर्चा का है। ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर सर, ऑनरेबल यूनियन मिनिस्टर्स, सभी की ये इच्छा है, सभी स्टेक होल्डर्स के साथ बातचीत हो, संवाद हो, और आप अपनी बात को संक्षेप में रखेंगे, ब्रीफली अपनी बात को टू द पॉइंट आप रखेंगे यहाँ पर इस मीनिंगफुल डायलॉग के लिए। तो मैं निवेदन करूंगा, चूंकि ये इंटरेक्शन का समय है, इसको कोऑर्डिनेट करने के लिए मैं इन्वाइट करूंगा भारत सरकार के डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ फिशरीज में ज्वाइंट सेक्रेटरी श्री सागर मेहरा जी को। वो आए और एक बहुत मीनिंगफुल, एक बहुत सुंदर डायलॉग, बातचीत, संवाद, इंटरेक्शन जो ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर सर और यूनियन मिनिस्टर्स की प्रेजेंस में उनके सामने होगा, उसको वो कोऑर्डिनेट करें। सागर मेहरा जी प्लीज।
Thank you, Janendra ji. Dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, and all the delegates who have joined us, a very warm afternoon to all of you. as we could see from the context setting by Secretary Sir and from the video also, that in the last 12 years, our fish production has doubled, our exports have doubled. So we have seen unprecedented, achievements in our sector, and we have been setting new milestones. But to maintain this momentum of growth, to sustain this growth, will require us to be innovative. We have to look for innovations in all the verticals of fisheries and aquaculture, be it production, be it quality assurance, be it logistics, value addition, market diversification, production system diversification, species diversification, sustainability, and farmers integration, which is equally important. Now, with this thing in mind, today we have invited for this workshop the representatives, the delegates from startups, industry leaders, researchers, exporters, processors, fisheries cooperatives, regulators, and policymakers. All of us are here to thresh out, to identify what are the practical solutions to maintain this momentum, to sustain this momentum of growth in light of the global challenges as well as domestic challenges, and figure out what are the future opportunities. So we'll be hearing the views, suggestions, and taking inputs from various stakeholders whom we have invited today. So to begin with, सबसे पहले मैं आमंत्रित करूंगा श्री अभिजीत नोहाटे जी को, who is founder and CEO of Coral Life Care. They specialize in bioscience products which are for maintaining their, you will be getting the mic. And just one request, you have the time of 2 to 3 minutes. Please try to be brief and do not repeat the issues, inputs, which your predecessors have already said. So, Abhijit Nohate, please.
Hello. Namaskar, Honorable Ministers, Secretary Sir, and other dignitaries on the dais and guests present here. My name is Abhijit Pradeep Nohate. I am from Mumbai, and I am founder and CEO of Coral Life Care. Before I introduce my startup, I want to bring everyone's attention in the room to a number which impacts our exports and our production as well. And that India almost loses 20,000 crore rupees, $2.48 billion every year to diseases. That is every 1 rupee lost behind 7 rupees earned by our fish and shrimp farmers. And this impact is not only impacting the profitability of the farmers, but also reducing the quantum that we are exporting. हमने पिछले 10 साल में हमारा प्रोडक्शन दुगना किया है, बट ये और भी ज्यादा हो सकता है अगर हेल्थ, जो फिश और श्रिम्प की हेल्थ है, इफ वी कीप इट एज अ फंडामेंटल प्रायोरिटी, अ पिलर. इसी डायरेक्शन में कोरल लाइफ केयर काम करता है. हमने फार्मर्स के लिए जो मेरा 12 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट इन फिशरीज CIFE मुंबई से मैंने कंप्लीट किया, और उसके बाद मैंने मेरा एक्सपर्टीज और एजुकेशन को इम्प्लीमेंट किया है टू मेक श्योर दैट प्रैक्टिकल और इनोवेटिव सॉल्यूशंस फार्मर्स तक पहुंच सके इन अफोर्डेबल प्राइसेस. हमने रिसेंटली शार्क टैंक इंडिया, जो कि एक बहुत फेमस स्टार्टअप शो है ग्लोबली, वी बिकेम द फर्स्ट एक्वाकल्चर स्टार्टअप टू फीचर on Shark Tank India for the first time, and we also secured funding from there. To add to what we should be moving towards is, we want to be the part of that fundamental pillar of health in further strengthening the exports from India to different countries. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abhijit. Now, next I invite Dipankar Mandal from Mandal Manit Aqua Genetics Technology Research Private, Chhattisgarh. Please.
Hello everyone, I am Dipankar Mandal from Raipur, Chhattisgarh. Pranam aap sabhi ko. After Neel Kranti and PMSY, now we are in that stage ki hum 3 guna production hum kar liye, and we are very thankful to this government, policymakers and all. But now हमको जो एक gap लग रहा है, gap को अगर हम fulfill करें, then it will be big business for us. So that gap is from central part to all coastal area. हमको almost 1000 kilometers plus पड़ता है. तो हमारे यहाँ पे पासवान जी भी बैठे हैं सर. I will request you कि ये transportation system को हम अगर चैनलाइज कर पाए प्रॉपर, प्रोसेसिंग प्लांट, सैटेलाइट प्रोसेसिंग प्लांट छोटा छोटा डाले, क्योंकि हमारा कंट्री बहुत बड़ा है, छत्तीसगढ़ बहुत बड़ा स्टेट है. हर 200-300 किलोमीटर में अगर छोटा छोटा सैटेलाइट प्रोसेसिंग प्लांट आए और उसको प्रोसेस करके हम अगर जो मरीन एरिया है जहां से एक्सपोर्ट होता है वहां पे दे, तो ये बहुत बड़ा प्लस पॉइंट होता है. और दूसरा चीज, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन में एयर भी आता है, क्योंकि हमारे एविएशन मिनिस्टर भी यहाँ पे हैं. हमको फिशरीज को एक जगह से दूसरी जगह भेजने में सर ऑलमोस्ट डबल प्राइस लेते हैं नॉर्मली जो नॉर्मल गुड्स है उससे. तो उसको भी अगर थोड़ा सा सिस्टमाइज कर पाए तो इट विल बी वेरी बेनिफिशियल फॉर अस. थैंक यू सर. थैंक यू.
Thank you, Dipankar. Now, next I invite Miss Lali Seni. She is from a DPIIT recognized all-woman startup. Lali, please.
थैंक यू सर. मेरा नाम लाली सैनी है, पंजाब से हूँ सर. सभी डिग्निटरीज जितने भी मंच पे बैठे हैं और इन द हॉल, मेरी आपको नमस्कार. मेरी 3 साल ओल्ड स्टार्टअप है बायोडेप्टिक्स के नाम से. द पोल्ट्री बिजनेस ऑफ माई फादर इंस्पायर्ड मी टू वर्क विद दिस मिनी लाइफ स्टॉक. दिस इज कॉल्ड ब्लैक सोल्जर फ्लाई, Hermetia lucens. It is one of the future protein source. It can partially and substantially replace the fish meal and soya meal. The biggest challenge as a farmer of BSF larva we are facing is the scalability. To get the hatcheries on automation is the prior need to get a sustainable supply for this protein. This is highly digestible protein with a complete amino acid profile, and it is answer to our desperate looking feed industry, which is looking for an alternative to the conventional fish meal and soya meal. So today I'm getting a chance to say a few words. So my humble request to all the ministries here present and the researcher. I got a chance to visit Netherlands a year back, and I could see a very well technically developed hatcheries for the optimized production of BSF nurseries. So I would request, it is the urgent need that we all, the farmers as well as the researchers, look into this matter and come up with a solution so that our country, which is always late, a little late, I would say, in catching up the world need, we should be among the first ones, the kind of agri-waste we have, to feed these larvas and to come up with an alternative protein source. Thank you for giving me this chance to express myself.
Thank you, Lali. Thank you. Now I invite Shri Ravi Kumar Yelenki, President AISA. Here, sir.
Of the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, good afternoon to everybody. We have just gone through a record-breaking year of seafood exports, 73,000 crores. Out of that, if you see, shrimp aquaculture contributed to a tune of 70%. I mean, almost 50,000 crores. Out of that, 70% comes from Andhra Pradesh, from the state of Andhra Pradesh. So 35,000 crores is the contribution from shrimp farming of Andhra Pradesh. And if you look at our GSDP, I mean, it is about 18 lakh crores. And if you look at shrimp aquaculture, its straight contribution is 2% for the GSDP. And if you look at the linkages, forward linkages and backward linkages, like breeding, hatcheries, seafood processing, feed manufacturing, logistics, and exports, and it could contribute almost close to 10% of the GSDP because of the multiplier effects. So it is very, very important, a sector in the state of Andhra Pradesh. And we have done pretty well so far. And one would tend to think, the industry is thriving in Andhra. But that's not the case. The industry is going through severe distress. No segment in the sector is doing good. Farmers are not making money because input costs have been inflated, whereas the price of the produce is getting deflated. Feed millers are not doing good. For them also, input costs are going up, and they're not able to sell at a commensurate price. If you look at the hatcheries, they've been selling the seed for the last 20-25 years at 30-35 paisa, whereas the input costs have gone up. The broodstock cost has gone up to a level of $150. It used to be about $70. And because of the rupee depreciation, it further goes up, the broodstock cost, which is the primary input for the hatcheries. So none of the segments in the industry are doing good right now. So we need to look at what can we do. I mean, a lot has to do with macroeconomic situation of the world. We can't do much about it, but we can improve the efficiencies of the farming, thereby reduce the cost. What can we do to improve the efficiencies? One of the things is the broodstock. I mean, broodstock forms the foundation of the whole value chain. What we use is a broodstock called SPF. That is the variety, specific pathogen free. I mean, if you look at the commercial SPF suppliers, none of the suppliers have tolerant lines, disease tolerant lines. But they're available elsewhere. We need to bring in those technologies and establish nucleus breeding centers within the country and come up with disease tolerant stocks. That would greatly impact the efficiency and bring the profitability up. The farmers are going to increase their profitability, thereby the entire sector could thrive. That is one thing.
Ravi ji, we are running out of time.
Yeah. And one more thing, sir, we need to look at diversified markets. We need to look at domestic market as well. It's not just about the export market. And we need to have discipline. We need to go for crop breaks in between so that, we can overcome the diseases. These three are important. Diversified markets, broodstock, tolerant broodstock, and discipline among the farmers. These three could improve our efficiencies. Thank you very much for the opportunity,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you, Ravi ji. Now, next I invite Shri Pawan Kumar ji, who is President, Seafood Exporter Association of India.
Dignitaries on the dais, and my friends from the seafood industry. As my friend Ravi said, it's been a record-breaking year for the seafood exports. We have touched 73,000 crores. I would thank the union government for the support which they have given to the exporters and all the export fraternity. But having said that, we are not going to rest here. Our next target is about 1 lakh crores by the year 2030. That has been the target set by our Prime Minister, for which there are two short-term and long-term challenges which need to be addressed. But before I present those, I would say the two important pillars of our export who facilitate the export. One is the fishermen, other one is the farmer. They have to be protected so that our exports can happen very smoothly. On the short-term challenges, we have this EU certification regulation which is coming up, which is called 2023/2842, which stipulates that all the ocean catch exports will have to be certified by the vessel. The vessel has to be certified by the vessel owner or the vessel driver before it is exported. So that is the big challenge. It has to be, the regulation is coming up in January 2027. Before that, we have to get all the certification done so that we can export. So this is, for this, since the time is very less, we request a small working group to be created with the Commerce Ministry people, Fisheries Ministry people, and probably a representative from the exporter side to be part of it. The next is the most important thing, again from the agriculture side, is regarding the fish meal prices, which has gone up by 120% in the last 6 months. that is posing a challenge to our farmers because the fish meal is the most ingredient part in the feed manufacturing. So there is a threat that the feed cost might shoot.
వరంగల్ మెడికో ప్రీతి
డాక్టర్ ప్రీతి మెడికో ప్రీతి మృతిపై అనుమానాలు ఇంకా వీటర్లేదు. హత్య ఆత్మహత్య అనేది
So ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Union Minister of Commerce and Industry, Shri Piyush Goyal is here with us. Please put your hands together to extend a very warm welcome to Honorable Union Minister of Industry and Commerce. And I will request Dr. Surabhi Rai ji, Joint Secretary, Department of Fisheries, please come on the stage to honor and welcome Honorable Union Minister of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, Shri Piyush Goyal ji, with a shawl, with a bouquet and memento. Ladies and gentlemen, आपकी तालियों के साथ करतल ध्वनि के साथ बहुत बहुत स्वागत अभिनंदन है माननीय केंद्रीय वाणिज्य और उद्योग मंत्री श्री पीयूष गोयल जी का. भगवान वेंकटेश्वर की कृपा हम सब पर सदैव बनी रहे. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
అసలు మెడికల్ స్టూడెంట్స్ లైఫ్ ఎంత దారుణంగా ఉంటుందో చెప్పిన కేసే డాక్టర్ ప్రీతి డెత్ కేసు. దీంట్లో ఎన్ని ట్విస్ట్ అంటే ఆమె చనిపోయి ఇప్పటికి 3 years అవుతున్నా కూడా ఈ కేసు సాల్వ్ అవ్వలేదు. ఆమె చనిపోవడానికి కారణం ఏంటి? ఆమె చదువుతున్న కాలేజీలో సీక్రెట్ గా ఏం జరుగుతుంది? ప్రీతి చనిపోయే ముందు వాళ్ళ పేరెంట్స్ తో ఏం మాట్లాడింది? ఈ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఆన్సర్స్ తెలుసుకోవాలి అనుకుంటే మనం ఈ కేసుని డీప్ డౌన్ గా తెలుసుకోవాలి.
Okay, sir. But be brief.
Then I was waiting for the
January
minister
1st,
to come in, so I had to stop in between.
వరంగల్లో ఉన్న గిరిని తాండా అనే చిన్న ట్రైబల్ విలేజ్ లో ధర్వత్ నరేందర్ అండ్ శారద అనే కపుల్ కి ప్రీతికి ఒక అక్క అండ్ తమ్ముడు కూడా ఉన్నారు. నరేందర్ గారు రైల్వే ప్రొడక్షన్ ఫోర్స్ లో ఏఎస్ఐ గా పోలీస్ జాబ్ చేస్తూ ఉండేవారు. అయితే వీళ్ళు ఉండేది ఒక ట్రైబల్ విలేజ్ లో కాబట్టి అక్కడ చాలా కష్టాలు ఉండేవి. ఆ కష్టాలని దాటి ప్రీతి ఒక గొప్ప డాక్టర్ అవ్వాలనుకుంది. ప్రీతికి వాళ్ళ నాన్నగారు చాలా క్లోజ్. ఏం చేసినా ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళినా కూడా ఆయనకి కాల్ చేసి చెప్పడం ఆమెకు అలవాటు. ఇంకొక సైడ్ నరేందర్ గారు ప్రీతిని చాలా గర్వంగా చూసుకునేవారు. ఆమె ఏం చెప్పినా కూడా ఒక ఫ్రెండ్ లాగా వినేవారు. ఆమెకి స్టడీస్ అంటే చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి ప్రాణం. ప్రైమరీ అండ్ హైయర్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ లో ఎప్పుడు టాపర్ గానే వస్తుండేది. ఇంకా చాలా హార్డ్ వర్క్ చేసి ఫైనల్లీ తన డ్రీమ్ అయినటువంటి ఎంబీబీఎస్ లో సీట్ కొట్టింది. నాగేపల్లిలోని కామ్నేని ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఆఫ్ మెడికల్ సైన్సెస్ లో ఎంబీబీఎస్ కంప్లీట్ చేసుకుంది. ఆమె ఎంబీబీఎస్ చదువుతున్నప్పుడు చాలా యాక్టివ్ గా ఉండేది. తన ఫ్రెండ్స్ కి ఏదైనా హెల్ప్ కావాలంటే తనే ముందుండి హెల్ప్ చేసేది. అప్పటికి ఇంకా స్టూడెంట్ గానే ఉన్న తన ప్రాణానికి తెగించి COVID-19 తో బాధపడుతున్న ఆ పేషెంట్స్ ని కాపాడింది. తన ధైర్యాన్ని చూసి
so that we can have a diversified species. And on the long term issues which we thought we bring it to your notice, I'll be very brief, sir. One is the juvenile fishing. This is going to be a biggest threat for our industry, sir. If juvenile fishing is not stopped, the entire ocean bed is getting washed away. So this is a very important issue which needs to be addressed from our side. And the next challenge is the FSMA 204, which is coming up. US is going to, because now the traceability has become a most important thing today, sir. And they are talking about from farm to fork kind of this thing. And if our farms, aquaculture farms, are not registered, it is going to be a big challenge because we have to meet with the FSMA 204 regulation, which is coming up in 2028. Though Andhra has done considerably well in registering the farms, I request the other state governments also to please come forward and start doing the farm registrations. Otherwise, it is going to be a big issue in the coming years. And the last, just 1 or 2 points. I will be brief on that. The most important thing again is the antibiotic issue in the farm. Though it is not used at the production level, but at the primary farm level, it has to be controlled. Otherwise, India will have a lot of challenges in importing countries because importing countries have zero tolerance towards antibiotic. All of us, everybody in the value chain has to be very, very careful as far as antibiotics are concerned, sir. And of course, regarding the specific pathogen free, my friend Ravi has already addressed. And most important thing is regarding the market access, sir. We have the Russian market where I put it across to Mantriji also last time, where we wanted more units to be registered. And the South Korea issue, he knows that I don't have to tell you in front, sir. You know all the other markets which needs to open up for us, sir. Thank you.
While we were not going to be responding, but I thought let's not make it only a one-way traffic. Let's keep a little two-way discussion. First of all, regarding your small fish problem, the other side also met me, and they may be in the room probably, I don't know. So now it's something we'll have to reconcile between those exporters who do fish meal exports and the other exporters. We're also cognizant that we'll have to ensure regeneration of fish, otherwise this may land up becoming a very severe environmental degradation. I think in the afternoon technical sessions we are going to respond to all these points, and we'll try to find, in Hindi the word is samanvay. In English, the word is a solution which takes care of, balances the interests of all sections. In every industry, there'll always be different sections having different priorities. We'll try to find, I think we should all work as a team. There's no sense about me, myself only. Because tomorrow if you think only about yourself, they say we are also looking after the small fishermen who don't go very deep into the sea. And they should get a good price. As it is, their catch is small. But if they look at it in a very microscopic way, then they will lose business after 2 or 3 years, when there will not be enough regeneration of fish. So I think in the afternoon session we'll be there. We'll find a balanced solution. I just thought I'll respond that, and all the other issues that have come up so far, we'll discuss in detail. But what I wanted, why I interrupted, was different. You asked about market access. The least I thought you will acknowledge to Honorable Minister Lalan Singh ji that due to his efforts, we were able to get tremendous market access in European Union, in Russia. You all had come with the problem of listing. It was pending for 10 years. Am I right? 2016 onwards.
Yes, sir.
We got 104 establishments listed. Was that not a huge impetus to export? Russia, you had a problem of somebody disturbing your exports, one company. We talked to the Deputy Prime Minister of Russia and sorted out that problem. A round of applause for Lalan Singh ji. And under his leadership, we've had a sea change since we are in the seafood industry. We've had a sea change in our exports. So not only did you continue large exports to US, now you've opened up new markets during the course of last year. So now of course you should aspire for more. You should not settle at this. Ye dil mange more should be your philosophy. But truly, Lalan Singh ji, I think we all would like to express to you very loud applause and vote of thanks for your leadership.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Next, President IMIA. Please be very brief.
ప్రపంచ పర్యావరణ దినోత్సవం సందర్భంగా ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ ముఖ్యమంత్రి నారా చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు ఉత్సాహంగా చాలా ఎనర్జెటిక్ గా సైకిల్ ప్రయాణం చేశారు. కేవలం 5.5 కిలోమీటర్ల దూరాన్ని కేవలం 21 నిమిషాల 18 సెకండ్లలో చేరుకున్నారు. విశాఖ ఏయూ గ్రౌండ్స్ నుండి నోవాటల్ వరకు సీఎం
I will be more practical training to all of you how to speak in the mic.
Great, sir. Great, sir.
Everybody, please hold the mic near your mouth and speak a little loud so we can hear you.
Sir, और हमारे सीएम साहब आंध्रा से सर, अभी हम लोग सुने फिश मील लास्ट
75 सालों से
है यहाँ पे, सस्टेनेबल है. यहाँ पे क्या होता है, थोड़े 2 वर्ड्स चेंज हो जाते हैं. जुवेनाइल, जो खाने की मछली होती है ना, 2000 रुपए किलो की होती है, उसका जुवेनाइल को जुवेनाइल बोल दिया जाता है. जो फिश मील इंडस्ट्री में यूज होता है ना सर, ये प्रजाति अलग है, इसका साइंस अलग है. ये इतनी ज्यादा आती है, उसको हम रख नहीं सकते. ह्यूमन कंजम्पशन, एक्सपोर्ट सब होने के बाद में सरप्लस, अबंडेंट सी फूड हमारा टोटल है ना सर, फिश मिल केवल 2.2 मिलियन टन फिश मिल का फिश जाता है, छोटा वाला. सो देयर आर मिसकॉन्सेप्शन सर. अभी हमारा जो एक्वाकल्चर का जो ग्रोथ था फिश मिल की वजह से हुआ सर. जब से अल्टरनेटिव बोलना शुरू किए ना, तब से ना हमको अल्टरनेटिव आइटम्स डालना पड़ रहा है. मोर्टेलिटी, गट हेल्थ, आपको पता लग जाएगा कि हमारे रिसर्चर से पूछेंगे तो पता चल जाएगा क्या हो रहा है. इंडिया में है फिश मील इज अ रेवोल्यूशन. फिश मील से 50,000 करोड़ का रेवेन्यू जनरेट हो सकता है सर, लेकिन उसको कभी मान्यता नहीं मिली, कभी उसको आगे नहीं लेके आया गया. सर आपके एम्पेडा में भी कभी अभी तक फिश मील को 1 रुपया नहीं दिया. फिर भी हम 10%
आपके रेवेन्यू बास्केट में डालते हैं। आपका जो रेवेन्यू बास्केट से 10% हमको पॉलिसी सपोर्ट दीजिए, हमको इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर दीजिए। कोई भी आ रहा है, कुछ भी लेटर लिख दे रहा है, साइंस नहीं है, फिश मिल को बैन कर दो। इंपोर्ट ड्यूटी 35 से 0 कर दी गई थी। यहाँ पे क्या है, आज जो हालत हमारी है आंध्रा के फार्मर्स की, इसकी जिम्मेदार कौन है पता है? फिश मिल नहीं है, इसकी जिम्मेदार है 4 लोग फीड से, 4 लोग फिश मिल से। इनको अगर आप सुधार दो ना, फिनिश। और सर दुनिया में 9% फिश मिल है, दुनिया में 9 है, इंडिया 2% हमारा जाता है। 2/3 of our production we have surplus. We have 45% in India now, and we are exploiting in only 5 states. We have 13 states. Some states they have not developed any kind of fishing, small pelagic fishing gears. Gujarat 2,000 kilometers, which is equal to all the states which we are doing. They have surplus. I was part of the grid. After I said, I think Gujarat people are here. They will tell you they have started catching this one. Pakistan is catching small pelagic. Maharashtra is catching. In between Gujarat, no gears developed. But this year it happened. Revolutions happened, sir. FAO clearly says that 35% of our post-harvest losses are there in the east coast, especially Andhra Pradesh, Orissa, and other states in the east coast which are unexplored for the small pelagics. Sir, when I tell about the Chilean, sorry sir, I am taking little more time. When I talking about Chileans are also one of the largest. We are the 3rd largest. I was the one who identified that we are 3rd largest. I was the one who asked people, why is there moratorium on this industry? Don't know. Then it got lifted. I was the one who got the regulations fixed. 4 people are coming from somewhere and they announced that they are the national associations. And these people are, what they're doing is creating the false narratives. They are sabotaging the national fisheries improvement programs. And they are blocking all the producers in this and other associations without scientific knowledge. They are talking something about the fisheries, sir. This is the challenge, sir. Chile. सर आज हम 50,000 करोड़ रुपए कैसे ले सकते हैं? 2 लाइन बोल देता हूँ सर, इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट सर। 50,000 करोड़ कैसे ला सकते हैं? सब स्टेट में फिश मिल आना चाहिए, क्योंकि वर्ल्ड 55 मिलियन टन फीड प्रोड्यूस करता है, हर साल बढ़ रहा है 10%, लेकिन फिश मिल नहीं बढ़ रहा है सर। हमारे पास 45% आज है। आज से 10 साल में अगर हम सब एक्सप्लोर करेंगे ना, तो इनलैंड सर 4 मिलियन टन सर, 4 मिलियन टन इज गोइंग टू द लैंडफिल्स because nobody know there is a waste management industry. Sir, that 4 million tons is equal to double the size what we are doing now, sir.
My friend, very good. Now we'll discuss this in the afternoon session. Let us put to rest this subject. No, as I said, this is in every industry, there is always different interests, different people in the value chain. In the afternoon session, we'll discuss this in detail. For the present, we need not discuss the same subject again. I've already, on your behalf, I already said that this is a subject which needs both sides need to be heard. Thank you. Please sit down.
Separate policy support. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Daud. Now we move on to the startups. I invite Aditya Ritvik Nara, who is the CEO of Smart Green Aquaculture Private Limited.
Aditya చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు ఎంతో మందికి స్ఫూర్తిగా నిలిచారని చెప్పుకోవచ్చు.
Good afternoon, sir. So, I am Aditya. I am the founder and CEO of Smart Green Aquaculture. We are based out of Hyderabad. We produce rainbow trout in Hyderabad. Currently, we are operating at a 360-ton capacity, but we have a production capacity of 1,200 metric tons. Sir, India produces about 6,000 tons of trout, out of which is less than 1% of the world production of trout. And we export literally none of it. This gap is our opportunity. We have the cold water, we have the infrastructure that is available, and what we need now is to build seed security, processing, cold chain, and certification, and with help of MPEDA, create a brand under Indian Trout to help boost exports of trout. Today, trout in Europe wholesales at around 20 euros per kilo, which is a very good margin for Indian producers. At Smart Green Aquaculture, our work with land-based aquaculture, temperature controlled RAS systems, we have proved that trout can be grown in tropical places like Hyderabad, which we intend to take it forward for the rest of India. RAS is very predictable, traceable, biosecure and scalable, which is the perfect recipe for buyers abroad. So an RAS farm in various states, probably every state in India, can sell to any buyer sitting in Frankfurt, Tokyo or Dubai. My ask is simple. A national cold water aquaculture and export mission covering seed, technology support, processing clusters, certification, MPEDA-led branding, and air cargo support to support chilled exports. Sir, shrimp gave India scale. Cold water fisheries can help India build identity. Let's build that pillar. A premium, traceable, and proudly Indian export product. Also, Chief Minister, sir, I would humbly request to meet you personally to discuss how technology-led aquaculture can further strengthen the aqua industry in Andhra Pradesh. Thank you.
Thank you, Aditya. Next, I invite Ganesh Nakwa, who is founder of Blue Catch and a 7th generation.
No, I will be very happy. I want to meet you. I am searching people like you. Very good. Minister also told me. You meet me, will take to the logical conclusion. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Ganesh Nakwa, who is the founder CEO of Blue Catch, the 7th generation fisherman, to modernize the fishing industry from Maharashtra. Ganesh.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for the opportunity. I have been working with the digital traceability and the platform for the very few years now. And I think what Principal Secretary had mentioned earlier, that India has the potential for 3 lakh ton of tunas on the both sides of the coast. I think we need to optimize that. If you're talking about 3 lakh ton and at a landing value of 100 rupees, you know, that itself is a $500 million industry. And if you look at the value addition, it's another $1 billion industry. So I think instead of framing a new policy, I think we have to create a strong foundation first, and the value is in the foundation of creating a digital system wherein we tap the existing fishing fleet. You know, India already has a 2 lakh fishing fleets, and we don't need more fishing fleets to catch this tuna. If we empower these fishing fleets, let's say for a Persian fishing fleet for catching the pelagic catch like skipjack tuna, kawa kawa, or long-tail tuna, and a long line boats especially for the yellowfin tuna. We need to also understand what kind of stocks are available around it. Because already, you know, we've been talking about fish meal and the existing stress on the marine capture fisheries, and we don't see much growth in the numbers of catching fish. There has to be a value chain created right now, and all the key players in the industry, be it in the commerce side, the Department of Fisheries side, environment and the concern, all have to come together and create a platform so that our Indian fisheries creates a value globally, and there is a demand for fisheries like that. So Blue Catch has been piloting such projects, though privately, but working with the small groups of community on both the coast. We have piloted for the squid, we have piloted for the tuna, and it can create a value for existing supply chain and create a branding for made in India seafood, which will have a global value, which will create a premium for a fisherman of India. Because going forward, I think last 10 years, you know, it took us to form a marine fisheries regulation bill. I was part of it since 2016. We are already at missing train. 10 years it has been that we've been talking about, you know, exploiting 1 million ton of high value species which are there in our EEZ and high seas. I think it's a high time now we utilize those with the existing fleet, modernize them, make them smart and digitally traceable. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ganesh. Now I invite Dr. Manoj Sharma, who is a shrimp farmer from Gujarat.
सर, सभी मंत्रीगण को मेरा नमस्कार सर। इतना रोने धोने के बाद भी सर, अगर से हम नंबर 1 प्रोड्यूसर है सी फूड एक्सपोर्टर दुनिया में, तो सबको बहुत बधाई और जोरदार ताली उसके लिए। सर, मैं गुजरात से हूं और ये 30 साल से श्रिम्प फार्मर हूं। ये पूरी जर्नी मैंने देखी है सर। मैं दोनों मंत्रियों से खास रिक्वेस्ट कर सकता हूं सर कि जो हम 80,000 टन झींगा से 10 लाख टन तक पहुंचे और 70 लाख टन मच्छी से 200 लाख टन तक पहुंचे। और जो हमारा विकसित भारत मिशन है 2047, मेरी तो आंख अर्जुन के जैसी वो विकसित भारत पे 2047। सर आपको आश्चर्य होगा मंत्री जी आपको कि जितना भी ये डेवलपमेंट फिशरीज की हुई है वो सिर्फ प्राइवेट लैंड में है, लोगों ने अपने खेतों को कन्वर्ट करके ये फील्ड तक पहुंचे। लेकिन सर आपके ध्यान में मैं लाऊं, हमारे भारत के पास इतनी धरोहर है, 12 लाख हेक्टर ब्रैकिश वाटर हेक्टर एरिया है जो श्रिम्प फार्मिंग डेवलप हो सकता है। हमारे पास लाखों किलोमीटर की नदी नाले हैं, हमारे पास 11,000 किलोमीटर की कोस्ट लाइन है, हमारे पास चंद्रबाबू नायडू साहब बैठे हैं, आंध्र प्रदेश, एक अकेला आंध्र प्रदेश हमारा 70% बनाता है। तो सर हमारे पास 9 मैरीटाइम स्टेट है, हमको सिर्फ 2 आंध्र प्रदेश बना दो तो विकसित भारत का पूरा मिशन पूरा हो जाएगा। और सर गोयल साहब सबसे बड़ी बात, आपको अभी डबल इंजन की सरकार गुजरात में भी है और वेस्ट बंगाल में भी है। सर ये दोनों स्टेट में मिला के 7 लाख हेक्टर जगह है जो सरकारी चीज दे सकते हैं। सर तो मैं फार्मर एसोसिएशन की तरफ से या श्रिम्प फार्मर की तरफ से एक ही नारा दूंगा जो सुभाष चंद्र बोस दिए थे, खून दो आजादी देंगे। सर आप जमीन दो, हम आपको झींगा देंगे। और सर गुजरात ही एक ऐसा स्टेट है जिसके अंदर आपको पीएमओ में नरेंद्र मोदी साहब को याद दिलाई है, जब वो सीएम थे 2007 में, तो उन्होंने एक सिंगल विंडो पॉलिसी बनाई थी फिशरीज की, जो आप मेरी नजर में वन ऑफ द बेस्ट है। वो हर स्टेट में इंप्लीमेंट होनी चाहिए। सर आप उनको याद दिलाओ। अगर से वो काम हो गया सर तो आपका विकसित भारत मिशन 2047 100% अचीव हो सकता है, ये मैं मानता हूं सर। खूब खूब धन्यवाद सर।
धन्यवाद मनोज जी फॉर सच पैशनेट इनपुट्स। सर आज हमारे साथ वी हैव सम प्रोग्रेसिव फार्मर्स आल्सो एंड इन दिस सीरीज आई इनवाइट जी गांधी भगवान राजू।
ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి వచ్చేసిన అందరికీ నమస్కారం సార్. నా పేరు గాంధీ భగవాన్ రాజు, పాలకొల్లు, వెస్ట్ గోదావరి, ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ రాష్ట్ర ఆక్వా రైతు సంఘం అధ్యక్షుడండి. ఈరోజు మా ఆక్వాకల్చర్లో చాలా ఇబ్బందికర పరిస్థితులు ఉన్నాయి. దాని ముఖ్య కారణం వాతావరణంలో పలు మార్పుల వల్ల మేము చెరువులు కోల్పోతున్నాం వైరస్ బారిన పడి. అలాగే నాణ్యమైన సీడ్ రాకపోవడం వల్ల ఈహెచ్పి ద్వారా చెరువులు కోల్పోతున్నాం.
పర్యావరణ దినోత్సవం సందర్భంగా
మీరు పెద్ద మనసు చేసుకుని ఏదైతే సీడ్ ఉందో అది మంచి సీడ్ మనకి వచ్చేలాగా, మంచి బోర్డర్స్ వచ్చేలాగా ఎక్కువ శాతంలో కృషి చేయగలిగితే ఇలా ఈ దేశంలోనే ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ అత్యధిక ఉత్పత్తి కలిగిన ఆక్వా రంగంలో ఉంది. దానికి ఏదైతే చెన్నైలో ఉన్న క్వారంటైన్ని ఇక్కడ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్కి విశాఖపట్నం తీసుకురాగలిగితే చాలా ఉపయోగకరంగా ఉంటుందని చెప్పి మీకు తెలియజేసుకుంటూ, అలాగే మీరు రైతు పక్షపాతి, రైతు బాంధవుడు. గతంలో వరి రైతుల్ని మరి ఈరోజు ఎంతో ఉత్పత్తి పెరిగి ఇవాళ రాష్ట్రంలోనే వరి రైతు ఆనందంగా ఉంటున్నాడు సార్. అలాగే ఆక్వా రైతులను కూడా మీరు ఒక సమస్యలు పరిష్కరించి వారందరికీ కూడా మీరు తోడుండాలని చెప్పి మిమ్మల్ని జీవితాంతం మేము గుండెల్లో పెట్టుకుని పూజించుకుంటామని చెప్పి ఈ సందర్భంగా అందరికీ తెలియజేస్తూ నాకు ఈ అవసరం ఇచ్చిన మీకు ధన్యవాదాలు. అలాగే సార్ మా తరపున రైతుల తరపున రిప్రజెంటేషన్ ఉంది, అవకాశం ఇస్తే అది కలగజేయాలని చెప్పి మనం కోరుకుంటున్నాను సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్ సార్.
सर जो एक फार्मर है सर वेस्ट गोदावरी डिस्ट्रिक्ट से, वो चाह रहा है सर जो क्लाइमेट चेंज से जो भी फार्मर को जो नुकसान हो रहा है उसके ऊपर आईसीआर इंस्टीट्यूट्स और गवर्नमेंट मिलके हमको मदद करना चाहिए, और क्वालिटी सीड हम लोग को अगर अवेलेबल होगा तो हम लोग और कमाई कर सकता है, वी कैन अर्न मोर. और सर जो एक फार्मर्स को आप लोग अच्छा सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, जो क्वारंटाइन सिस्टम जो चेन्नई में है उसको वैजाग में भी आप लाइए तो हमारे लिए भी बहुत अच्छा होगा, हमको बहुत सपोर्ट होगा. और हम लोग बहुत धन्यवाद है सर, आप लोग जो हमको हमारा सुनने के लिए इतना दूर आया, आप लोग करके मदद करने के लिए बोल रहा है सर.
सर कोई भी बीज या चीज जब इंपोर्ट की जाती है तो उसका डिजीज का इंग्रेस चेक करने के लिए उसको क्वारंटाइन में रखा जाता है 1 हफ्ते के लिए, एक डेजिग्नेट पीरियड के लिए. वो क्वारंटाइन की फैसिलिटी चेन्नई में है, वो कह रहे हैं इसको स्ट्रेंथन करके रीजनल सिस्टम इंडिया में रख के विशाखापट्टनम में भी की जाए।
तुरंत करेंगे
करेंगे सर। दैट
we assure them कि 100%
we will take up that request and do it. Yes sir, we'll do.
सर विशाखापट्टनम ऑलरेडी एंट्री पॉइंट है लाइव स्टॉक आइटम्स के लिए। द ओनली थिंग इज उसको फिशरीज के लिए भी करना है सर, एंट्री पॉइंट ऑन। थैंक यू सर। नाउ सर विल टेक अनदर
What is the cost?
Progressive farmer.
1 minute, sir. What is the cost? Quarantine center? Cost.
Sir, we just have to put few tanks, maybe around 20 to 25 crore, and manpower is more important.
Cost.
Sir, we just have to
we have worked out कितना cost होता है
20-25 sir.
Can we not take it much से सर बताइए?
Yes sir, yes sir.
Okay, that's good. I'm thanking Honorable Minister of Commerce. He is truly promoting exports. I wish all the best. Give a big applause for him. He announced it and he will get it done.
थैंक यू सर। एक सर हम एक और प्रोग्रेसिव फार्मर से उनके इनपुट लेंगे। कुमार राजू।
గౌరవ ముఖ్యమంత్రి వర్యులు ఇతర మంత్రివర్యులందరికీ పేరు పేరున నమస్కారం అండి. నా పేరు కుమార్ రాజు. సార్ మా రిక్వెస్ట్ ఏంటంటే సార్ టోటల్గా ఇండియా ఎక్స్పోర్ట్స్లో మోర్ దాన్ 50% ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ నుంచి ఉన్నాయి.
You know English, better to talk in English so that they will follow everybody.
Actually, from India, total exports, more than 50% of the exports from Andhra Pradesh, but we are not getting in that ratio funds from the NFDB and PMMSY. We are requesting to provide the funds according to the production of the state. Why? Because, sir, actually by 2028, digital traceability is the mandatory. To get that digital traceability, we have to provide some facilitations to the farmers, like inlet, outlet to dedicated power lines, dedicated roads, IoT devices adoption. Small scale farmers, that is not possible. We have to support in those areas. But NFDB framing rules, they are not taking suggestions from the state government. Actually, state government has to decide what our farmers require. In which area we have to give the funds. Actually, state government has to decide. For example, PMMSY providing funds for construction of new ponds. But in Andhra Pradesh, already ponds are exist. New pond construction is very minimal percentage. That is not useful. So, better to take the suggestions from the state government where to give the funds like that. I am requesting you, sir. For that, I have the detailed representation to Honorable Chief Minister, sir. Thank you, sir.
थैंक यू राजू जी। सर समय अभाव के कारण मेरे पास लंबी लिस्ट थी, हम उनको ले नहीं पाएंगे। सर टेक्निकल सेशन में वी विल बी इनवाइटिंग ऑल दी स्टेक होल्डर्स फॉर देयर इनपुट। सो सभी स्टेक होल्डर्स का जिन्होंने अपने इनपुट शेयर किए, सजेशन दिए, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। एंड नाउ विल रिक्वेस्ट जनेंद्र जी।
పర్యావరణ దినోత్సవం సందర్భంగా ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ ముఖ్యమంత్రి నారా చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు ఉత్సాహంగా చాలా ఎనర్జెటిక్ గా సైకిల్ ప్రయాణం చేశారు. 5.5 కిలోమీటర్ల దూరాన్ని కేవలం 21 నిమిషాలు 18 సెకండ్లు చేరుకున్నారు. విశాఖ ఏయూ గ్రౌండ్స్ నుండి నోవోటల్ వరకు సీఎం సైకిల్ ర్యాలీ చేశారు. 3 టౌన్ పోలీస్ స్టేషన్ పూలమాంప గుడి వాసే బీచ్ రోడ్డు మీదుగా నోవోటల్ చేరుకున్న ముఖ్యమంత్రి మండు వేసవి ఎరకి ఎండ కాస్తున్న చంద్రబాబు సైకిల్ తొక్కుతూ ప్రజలను అభివాదం తెలిపారు. 75 లేటు వయసులో కూడా సైకిల్ తొక్కిన సీఎం చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు ఎంతో మంది స్ఫూర్తిగా నిలిచారని చెప్పుకోవచ్చు.
सभी को नमस्कार। आज जिस विषय के लिए हम सब एकत्रित हुए हैं कि किस तरीके से सी फूड एक्सपोर्ट को हम लोग बढ़ावा दें, इस सेक्टर को हम लोग कैसे मजबूती दें, उसके लिए इस जगह से खूबसूरत और बेहतर, विशाखापट्टनम से बेहतर मैं नहीं मानता कि कोई और जगह हो सकती थी। यहाँ पर जिस तरीके से सी इंडस्ट्री को, सी फूड इंडस्ट्री को बढ़ावा देने के लिए निरंतरता में मुख्यमंत्री, जो मेरे लिए ही इज लाइक अ फादर फिगर टू मी, आज उनके नेतृत्व में और उनकी उपस्थिति अपने में ये दर्शाती है कि इस विषय की गंभीरता राज्य सरकार से लेकर केंद्र सरकार तक, आज केंद्र सरकार के एक साथ एक मंच पर ये तमाम केंद्रीय मंत्री, मुख्यमंत्री जी की खुद की उपस्थिति, यहाँ पे राज्य सरकार के मंत्रियों की उपस्थिति, केंद्र सरकार राज्य सरकार के अधिकारियों की उपस्थिति, ये अपने में दर्शाती है कि ये विषय हम सब के लिए कितने मायने रखता है। और आज जब इस विषय से जुड़े हुए तमाम स्टेक होल्डर्स यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं, इंडस्ट्री लीडर से लेके फार्मर्स से लेके हर उस वर्ग के लोग जो कहीं ना कहीं अपनी भूमिका निभाने का कार्य कर रहे हैं, जिसका परिणाम है कि वैश्विक चुनौतियां होने के बावजूद ये कयास लगाया जा रहा था कि संभवतः जिस तरीके से ग्लोबल चैलेंजेस सामने आए हैं, संभवतः एक्सपोर्ट्स में बाधाएं हम लोग को देखने को मिलेंगी, बट उन चुनौतियों के बावजूद जिस तरीके से हमारे एक्सपोर्ट्स में वृद्धि हुई है, जिस तरीके से ये सेक्टर तीव्र गति से आगे बढ़ने का काम कर रहा है, उसके लिए यहाँ पे मौजूद हर एक व्यक्ति इसके लिए बधाई का पात्र है। एक बार जोरदार तालियां आप सब अपने लिए यहाँ पे जरूर बजाएं। यहाँ पर मौजूद मुख्यमंत्री आदरणीय चंद्रबाबू नायडू जी, जो जिनके बारे में मैंने कहा कि ही इज लाइक अ फादर फिगर टू मी, मेरे पिताजी के साथ इन्होंने एक साथ भाइयों की तरह, दोस्तों की तरह, सहयोगियों की तरह एक लंबा समय बिताया। मेरे पिता के जाने के बाद इन्होंने लाइक अ फादर ही हैज टेकन केयर ऑफ मी। जिस तरीके से मेरे पिता मेरा मार्गदर्शन करते थे लगातार, आई गेट हिज ब्लेसिंग्स, इनका मार्गदर्शन मुझे मिलता रहता है। आज ये यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं, मेरे लिए ये खुशी की बात है। मौजूद यहाँ पे आदरणीय पीयूष गोयल जी, जिनके नेतृत्व में हमारा देश अलग अलग देशों के साथ जिस तरीके से एग्रीमेंट्स करके हम लोग वैश्विक बाजारों तक पहुंचने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं। मैं मानता हूं जब हम लोग विकसित भारत के लक्ष्य की ओर आगे बढ़ते हैं 2047 में, जब मेरे प्रधानमंत्री आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी हमारे देश को एक विकसित देश बनता हुआ देखने का लक्ष्य हम लोग के सामने रखते हैं, उसमें इस सेक्टर की बहुत बड़ी भूमिका है, कॉमर्स इंडस्ट्रीज की बहुत बड़ी भूमिका है, और जिसको बहुत खूबसूरती से ना सिर्फ उस सेक्टर का नेतृत्व कर रहे हैं, बल्कि जितने बॉटलनेक, जितने चैलेंजेस हैं, एज अ मिनिस्टर फॉर फूड प्रोसेसिंग इंडस्ट्रीज मैंने भी जितनी बार इनसे मदद मांगी, चैम्बर्स एसोसिएशंस, इंडस्ट्री लीडर्स की तरफ से जो ब्लॉक हेड्स, बॉटलनेक्स हम लोग को समझ में आए, और जितनी बार आदरणीय पीयूष गोयल जी के पास गए, उन्होंने उतनी ही तत्परता से, और आज भी जो विषय इनके सामने आ रहे हैं, तुरंत उस पर कार्रवाई कर कर उसको आगे बढ़ाने का काम इनके नेतृत्व में हो रहा है। मैं यहाँ पर आदरणीय पीयूष गोयल जी का भी स्वागत करता हूँ। यहाँ पर मौजूद जिनके वजह से आज हम लोग इस चर्चा में आए हैं, फिशरीज इंडस्ट्री, जिस विभाग की जिम्मेदारी इस क्षेत्र को आगे लेकर जाने की है, और जिनके नेतृत्व में ये क्षेत्र ने चुनौतियों के बावजूद, चैलेंजेस के बावजूद अपने आप को प्रूव करके दिखाया, जिनके नेतृत्व में, जिनके मार्गदर्शन में ये क्षेत्र आगे बढ़ने का काम कर रहा है। सी फूड इंडस्ट्री, यहाँ पे फिशरीज से जुड़े हुए हर एक व्यक्ति जिस तरीके से इनको आगे लेकर चलने का काम माननीय मंत्री श्री राजीव रंजन सिंह जी के नेतृत्व में किया जा रहा है, एक बार जोरदार ताली आप सब जरूर इनके लिए बजाएं। इन्होंने इस पूरी सोच को आयोजित करने का काम किया कि सारे स्टेक होल्डर्स एक साथ एक जगह एक मंच पर आएं, ताकि न सिर्फ हम लोग चैलेंजेस को डिस्कस कर सकें, बल्कि जो बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस हैं उसको भी हम लोग कैसे एक दूसरे के साथ साझा कर सकें, उसके लिए ये मंच तैयार किया गया। यहाँ पर मौजूद मेरे भाई, जिसकी बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी इस सेक्टर को एक जगह से दूसरी जगह तक कनेक्ट करने की है, यहाँ पर मौजूद राम मोहन नायडू, जो बहुत जिम्मेदारी के साथ इस मंत्रालय की जिम्मेदारी को निभाने का काम कर रहे हैं। यहाँ पर मौजूद ऑनरेबल मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट बी मस्ताना राव जी, यहाँ पर मौजूद ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर फॉर फिशरीज गवर्नमेंट ऑफ आंध्र प्रदेश श्री किंजरापू नायडू जी, यहाँ पर मौजूद तमाम केंद्र और राज्य के पदाधिकारीगण, यहाँ पर मौजूद इस सेक्टर से जुड़े हुए हर एक स्टेक होल्डर्स। आज जब मैं यहाँ आप सबके बीच मौजूद हूँ एज अ मिनिस्टर फॉर फूड प्रोसेसिंग इंडस्ट्रीज, मैं मानता हूँ कि मेरे इस मंत्रालय की एक बड़ी जिम्मेदारी है वॉल्यूम को वैल्यू में बदलने की, प्रोड्यूस को प्रोडक्ट में बनाने की, और ये कर कर उसको राष्ट्रीय ही नहीं अंतर्राष्ट्रीय बाजार तक लेकर जाने की। और ऐसे में जब हम लोग फिशरीज की बात करते हैं, मैं ईमानदारी से इस बात को मानता हूं, अभी भी इसमें आगे बढ़ने की अनंत संभावनाएं हैं। हम लोग जितना इसको टैप कर सकते हैं उसका लगभग हम लोग 10-11% पर ही हैं अभी। इस माध्यम से हम लोग न सिर्फ राष्ट्रीय बल्कि अंतर्राष्ट्रीय बाजार तक कैसे फिशरीज में वैल्यू ऐड कर कर, आज भी हम लोग देखते हैं कई बार जितना हम लोग का एक्सपोर्ट भी होता है उसमें एक बड़ा हिस्सा उसका रॉ में ही जाता है, कैसे हम लोग उसमें वैल्यू ऐड कर कर। और आज जब यहाँ पे इंडस्ट्री के लोग मौजूद हैं, मैं आप सबसे भी ये विनम्र आग्रह करूंगा कि जब मेरे मंत्रालय के माध्यम से हम लोग अलग अलग योजनाओं में हम लोग ईओआईज को निकालने का काम करते हैं, मैं आप सबसे आग्रह करूंगा कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा प्रपोजल इस सेक्टर की तरफ से भी आने चाहिए। आज भी हम लोग की वही कंजर्वेटिव सोच है कि मत्स्य पालन किया, उसको हम लोगों ने या तो डोमेस्टिक कंजप्शन के लिए या एक्सपोर्ट के लिए रॉ फॉर्म में ही हम लोग भेजने का काम कर रहे हैं। बट आज की तारीख में जिस तरीके से परिस्थितियां बदली हैं, जिस तरीके से लाइफस्टाइल बदला है, न्यूक्लियर फैमिली के कंसेप्ट आ रहे हैं, यहाँ पर वर्किंग कपल्स हैं, आज की तारीख में रेडी टू ईट, रेडी टू कुक सेक्टर की डिमांड बढ़ी है। और ना सिर्फ डोमेस्टिक कंजप्शन के लिए, बट जब हम लोग एक्सपोर्ट्स को भी बढ़ाने की जब हम लोग बात करते हैं, मेरे प्रधानमंत्री आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी का सपना है कि वो इवेंचुअली भारत को एक ग्लोबल फूड बास्केट के तौर पर दुनिया के सामने प्रस्तुत करना चाहते हैं, और ये क्षमता है हम में। और जब हम लोग ग्लोबल फूड बास्केट की बात करते हैं, जितने वर्टिकल्स इसके अंतर्गत आते हैं, जिसमें ये इंडस्ट्री का, फिशरीज का भी एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण वर्टिकल है, उसमें भी अभी भी हम लोग के पास काफी क्षमता है आगे बढ़ाने की। जरूरत है हम सबको साथ मिलकर, और यकीन मानिए मैं, मेरी सरकार, मेरे प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में यहाँ पर मुख्यमंत्री जी भी मौजूद हैं, हर वो चैलेंजेस, हर वो बॉटलनेक जो कहीं ना कहीं इस इंडस्ट्री को ग्रो करने में गतिरोधक बनते हैं, हम लोग उसको रिजॉल्व करने के लिए उतने ही तत्पर हैं जितने इच्छुक आप सब हैं। प्रधानमंत्री जी रिफॉर्म एक्सप्रेस की बात करते हैं, और निरंतरता में हम सब मंत्रियों को वो निर्देशित करते हैं कि जितने रिफॉर्म संभव हों जो इंडस्ट्री के माध्यम से हम लोग के संज्ञान में आते हैं, जो ईज ऑफ बिजनेस दे एंड इवेंचुअली ईज ऑफ लिविंग देश के हर एक नागरिक को देने का काम करे, उन रिफॉर्म्स को हम लोग को अपनाना चाहिए। और मैं मानता हूं कि ये 2 दिन का मंथन जो चलेगा, आप सबके सुझाव, आप सबके सजेशंस के माध्यम से जो भी जानकारी हम लोग के समक्ष आएगी, जिसके माध्यम से इस सेक्टर को हम लोग और ज्यादा गति दे सकें, ईमानदारी से मैं विश्वास दिलाना चाहता हूं कि हर उस रिफॉर्म को अपनाया जाएगा। आज जब वैश्विक बाजार हम सब के लिए खुल रहे हैं, उसका ज्यादा से ज्यादा लाभ हम लोग कैसे लें, इस पर भी हम लोग को मंथन करने की जरूरत है। प्रोसेसिंग के माध्यम से, वैल्यू एडिशन के माध्यम से कैसे हम अपने प्रोड्यूस को अंतर्राष्ट्रीय बाजारों तक मजबूती से पहुंचाकर भारत एज अ ब्रांड को हम लोग मजबूती देने का काम करें, उस पर भी हम लोग को चर्चा करने की जरूरत है। फॉल्स नैरेटिव कई बार सेट किए जाते हैं, स्पेशली व्हेन इट कम्स टू द सेक्टर ऑफ प्रोसेसिंग। उसमें कई बार फॉल्स नैरेटिव, फॉल्स एडवर्टीजमेंट खड़ी की जाती हैं, जिसके माध्यम से जनता को भ्रमित, कंज्यूमर को भ्रमित करने का कार्य किया जाता है, ये कहकर कि अगर ये प्रोसेस्ड हो गया तो खराब हो गया। जबकि हम लोग प्रोसेसिंग में वैल्यू एडिशन की हम लोग बात करते हैं, उसकी गुणवत्ता को बढ़ाने की हम लोग बात करते हैं। ये बात भी कई बार कंज्यूमर्स को भ्रमित की जाती है कि अगर ये चीज प्रोसेस हो गई, पैकेज हो गई, इस तरीके से आपके सामने आ गई तो ये खराब है। इस नैरेटिव को भी कैसे हम लोग तोड़ने का काम करें, इस पर भी हम लोग को चर्चा करने की जरूरत है। और मैं मानता हूं कि ये 2 दिवसीय ये जो मंथन शिविर आयोजित किया गया है, इसमें तमाम जितने भी ये सेशंस हैं, उसके माध्यम से जो भी निष्कर्ष निकलेगा वो यकीनन इस सेक्टर को आगे गति देने का काम करेगा। मैं यहाँ पर एक बार फिर से आप सबका धन्यवाद करता हूँ, और अपने मंत्रालय की तरफ से पुनः यह विश्वास दिलाता हूँ कि अलग अलग योजनाओं के माध्यम से हम लोग प्रयास कर रहे हैं कि फूड प्रोसेसिंग से जुड़े हुए जितने भी वर्टिकल्स हैं, उसमें कैसे हम लोग इंडस्ट्री को लोगों को आगे बढ़ाने का हम लोग कार्य करें। भले वो हमारी PMKSY की योजना हो या PMFME की योजना हो, अलग अलग योजनाओं के माध्यम से हम लोग प्रयास करते हैं कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा इंडस्ट्री को अक्रॉस द लेंथ एंड द ब्रेथ ऑफ द कंट्री हम लोग स्टैब्लिश करें, वो वैल्यू चेन को हम लोग स्टैब्लिश करें जिसमें अभी भी बहुत काम करना जरूर बाकी है, जिसमें यकीनन इंडस्ट्री का भी मुझे उतना ही साथ चाहिए होगा। जितना आप बढ़ेंगे उतना हम बढ़ेंगे, उतना हमारा देश आगे बढ़ेगा और उतनी ही गति से हम लोग विकसित भारत की ओर हम लोग आगे बढ़ने का काम करेंगे। बट साथ में एक विनम्र निवेदन भी आप सबसे करूंगा। एज अ मिनिस्टर ऑफ फूड प्रोसेसिंग इंडस्ट्रीज, एक चीज मुझे हर बार परेशान करती है और शर्मसार भी करती है, जब हमारे एक्सपोर्ट्स में क्वालिटी को लेकर कंसर्न्स उठते हैं। ये हम सब की नैतिक जिम्मेदारी बनती है कि भले हम लोग 2 रुपए का मुनाफा कम करें, पर सुनिश्चित करें कि हम लोग गुणवत्ता से किसी भी तरीके का कोई समझौता नहीं करेंगे। जिस दिन हम लोग इस बात को सुनिश्चित कर लेंगे कि हमारे प्रोड्यूस में किसी भी तरीके की कोई मिलावट नहीं होगी, जिस दिन हम लोग इस बात को सुनिश्चित कर लेंगे कि गुणवत्ता के साथ हम लोग कोई समझौता नहीं करेंगे, तो यकीन मानिए वो दिन दूर नहीं है जब इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड्स को ग्लोबल स्टैंडर्ड्स के तौर पे रिकॉग्निशन मिलेगा, जब लोग बोलेंगे कि अगर ये मेड इन इंडिया है तो ये अच्छा ही होगा, इसमें क्वालिटी कंसर्न्स नहीं आएंगे। उस दिशा में हम लोग को आगे बढ़ने की जरूरत है। आप सबसे यह विनम्र आग्रह कि क्वालिटी के साथ कभी कोई कॉम्प्रोमाइज ना करें। मैं, मेरी सरकार, मेरे प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में मजबूती से आप सबके साथ खड़े हैं। आप सब आगे बढ़ें, यही आप सबके लिए शुभकामनाएं मैं देता हूं। और आने वाले 2 दिनों के मंथन के बाद जो भी निष्कर्ष निकलेगा, मैं चाहूंगा जितनी भी बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस अक्रॉस द ग्लोब भी हो रही हैं उस पर भी हम लोग चर्चा करें, टेक्नोलॉजी पे भी हम लोग चर्चा करें। मेरे खुद के मंत्रालय ने इराडिएशन एक ऐसी टेक्नोलॉजी है जिसके माध्यम से शेल्फ लाइफ ऑफ पेरिशेबल फूड आइटम, जिसमें फिशरीज में इन्वॉल्व है, उसको बढ़ाने का काम करती है। कैसे हम लोग इसको और ज़्यादा बढ़ावा देने का काम करें, इसका भी UI ओपन है। आप सब जितने खूबसूरत प्रपोजल्स लेकर आएंगे उतनी ही ये व्यवस्था और ज़्यादा विस्तृत होगी। तो इस उम्मीद के साथ कि 2 दिन के मंथन के बाद हम लोग इस सेक्टर को, फिशरीज को और ज्यादा गति देने का काम करेंगे। यहाँ पर आप सब आए और आप लोगों ने अपनी बातों को रखा, उसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और इस मंच पर मौजूद तमाम सम्मानीय मंत्रीगण का, उनका भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। थैंक यू सो मच। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
हेलो, बहुत बहुत आभार माननीय केंद्रीय खाद्य प्रसंस्करण उद्योग मंत्री श्री चिराग पासवान जी का, उनके इस प्रेरक संबोधन के लिए, आश्वासन के लिए और उत्साहवर्धन के लिए देवियों सचरों। मैं नाउ रिक्वेस्ट ऑनरेबल यूनियन मिनिस्टर ऑफ सिविल एविएशन श्री किंजरापु राम मोहन नायडू जी फॉर हिज एड्रेस ऑन दिस ओकेजन। ऑनरेबल यूनियन मिनिस्टर ऑफ सिविल एविएशन।
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. ఆనరబుల్ చీఫ్ మినిస్టర్ ఆఫ్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ శ్రీ నారా చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారు, ఆనరబుల్ మినిస్టర్ ఫర్ కామర్స్ అండ్ ఇండస్ట్రీ పీయూష్ గోయల్ జీ, ఆనరబుల్ యూనియన్ మినిస్టర్ ఫర్ ఫిషరీస్, యానిమల్ హస్బెండరీ, డైరీ అండ్ పంచాయతీ రాజ్ శ్రీ రాజీవ్ రంజన్ సింగ్ जी, and honorable union minister for food processing brother Chirag Paswan ji, and also the dignitaries on the dais, ministers from the state government of Andhra Pradesh, Kinjarapu Achinayudu garu, Dola Bala Veeranjanaya Swami garu, and MP Bida Mastan Rao garu, secretary fisheries, and all the important and senior officials who have come from the central government and the state government, and dear friends from the fisheries and aquaculture community. First of all, I would like to welcome you all to the city of destiny and the jewel of East Coast, which is the city of Visakhapatnam. Welcome each one of you. I am personally welcoming you, even if I am one of the guests in the program, because I come from this region. This is like my home, so I would like to welcome each and every one of you once again. And it is always a great honor for me to share the stage with one of the most dynamic and visionary chief ministers of the country, my chief minister, Shri Nara Chandrababu Naidu garu. And also, you can see 4 union ministers are there on the stage, 1 chief minister, 2 ministers from the state, and all of the government is sitting here. That shows how much whole of the government approach. This is something which our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji continuously talks about, promotes also that we shouldn't no longer work in silos. When we are trying to address something, when we are trying to come up with a reform, it has to have a whole of government approach. What better example to the seafood community, seafood exports community, than seeing this stage right here? This is what NDA government means. This is what a Prime Minister's work culture means. This is what our commitment to each and every one of you means. So it is with that attitude we have all come here together today. And I would also like to say that since 2014, and a lot of people have also talked about this. So I'd like to first of all congratulate for the immense contribution that you have made. And if you talk about it in terms of numbers, since 2014, our seafood export volumes have grown by nearly 60%. And not only that, we have, in 2014, we were exporting to 105 markets. But thanks to ministers like Piyush ji and Lalan Singh ji, we have increased that number to 130. 25 more countries have opened up for the Indian markets. So that is a great achievement as a country that we have moved forward. And I would also like to say that today's agenda, because many of you would be wondering that it's about seafoods and what is the Ministry of Civil Aviation doing here. But it is a very particular and significant agenda for me also. And with the blessings of Honorable Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu Garu and Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, exports, logistics, cargo infrastructure and global connectivity, these are all aligned with my responsibilities as Minister for Civil Aviation. We are seeing a lot of people from the seafood community. You have people to take care of you for your production, for your financing, for your marketing, for your sales, for your processing, everything. But you know that the real value only comes when you are able to send your product to the right place in the right time. That is where we come in. As Ministry of Civil Aviation, we ensure that your products, whatever is produced here, whatever is manufactured here, whatever is made here, not only reaches the domestic destinations, but also the global destinations in the right time, in the right quality. So it is with that approach, me, myself, and my Ministry of Civil Aviation commits to the entire seafood exports community, seafood fishermen, farmers, and the production community, that we are going to continuously support you in getting access to more markets, getting access in a timely way and in a cost-effective way also. And also, if you look at Andhra Pradesh, it has one of the strongest coastlines in the country. And not only the coastlines, but the entrepreneurial spirit in Andhra Pradesh. That is what me and Piyush ji also were talking about it. Since last 3 decades, if you see any kind of business, any kind of entrepreneur opportunity that is floating around in the country, you would see that definitely there is a person from Andhra sitting in it. And that is all because of the seeds which have been sown by our visionary Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu Garu in the 90s itself. He had a very strange way of operating at the time, which many people within the government and outside the government also didn't understand. But he wanted to show that if the government has to achieve its targets, if the government has to show progress, the development should happen in individual sectors. It is not only up to the public sector, but also the private sector. Both of them have to collectively come together and operate. And that is how the seeds of entrepreneurship, enterprising nature have been sown in Andhra Pradesh. And one clear indication that you are seeing is in the seafood exports community. Now today, the seas have become so strong in our culture in Andhra Pradesh that it is no longer just a business or just a profession. It is a way of life for us. It shapes our economy, it shapes our culture, it shapes our livelihoods, and it also shapes our aspirations. And to tell you how crazy we are about this fish, seafoods and everything, just nearby, 40 kilometers from here, we have a new airport, which is the Bhogapuram airport, which is catering for the North Andhra region, that is going to come up, and we are expecting it to inaugurate it next month by the Honorable Prime Minister himself. So crazy about fish that the design that we have put for the new airport terminal is a flying fish. So we have taken the flying fish, which is most prominent in the Bay of Bengal, Visakhapatnam area. So even in the design also, not only what we are producing, not what we are harvesting and all, even when we are thinking of making a building or an airport or a terminal, we are still thinking fish. So it is a flying fish design that we have put for the Bhogapuram airport. And I have to tell you that it is coming up quite beautifully. And that itself represents the spirit of Andhra people, to rise above boundaries. And this is the vision of our Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu Garu, who is the torch bearer of that spirit. And you would have seen, you would have known, you would have heard that he was quite popularly known as the CEO CM or the IT CM. But I have to tell you, he is the actual people's CM. He is the CM of the farmers. He is the CM of the factories, of the industries. He is the CM of the fishermen. And more importantly, he is the CM of the environment. Today we are celebrating Environment Day. And he, in his age, today from the airport and all, he has bicycled all the way to Novotel here, the venue here, 11 kilometers today, as an inspiration to the youth, as an inspiration to the society, that health and environment, no matter what walks of life we come from, whatever we do, health and environment are very integral parts for us and for our future. So that is the kind of vision our Chief Minister has. And he has said in 2015 that he will make AP the leading exporter of seafood. And today it has come true, all thanks to the visionary leadership that he has given today. And today we are seeing, in collaboration, the NDA government, the double engine Sarkar, and Lokesh Anna is not here today, our most dynamic young minister from the state. He is in Moscow trying to get more investments into Andhra Pradesh. And he very famously says that the Namo combination is not just Narendra Modi. Namo combination is the Naidu-Modi combination. And the Naidu-Modi combination, which you are seeing in Andhra Pradesh here today, is doing miracles. Things which were supposed to be impossible are all becoming possible. Investments from across the world. Today, if 100 rupees FDI is coming into India, 25 rupees 3 paisa is coming into Andhra Pradesh. That is the strength that with which Andhra Pradesh is moving forward. And this has been possible because of the ease of doing business that our Prime Minister ji is promoting and the speed of doing business which our Chief Minister ji is promoting. So the combination, the powerful, deadly combination of Naidu ji and Modi ji is being seen in the spirit in Andhra Pradesh, and that is why we are able to transform in very little time. In the last 2 years itself, we have created quite a record number of investments and the number of policies that we have come in the state of Andhra Pradesh. And coming back to civil aviation. Civil aviation, when you say civil aviation, the first thing that comes to your mind is airports and the passengers. But I want to make you remember one interesting fact, that in 1932, J.R.D. Tata, who is considered the father of Indian civil aviation, he was the one who started the first commercial flight from Karachi to Mumbai. And when he did that flight in 1932, almost 96 years ago, he carried 25 kgs of airmail. He didn't carry passengers. So if you look at the roots of civil aviation, you will find that more than passengers, at our heart lies cargo. Cargo is the most important aspect of civil aviation. So that is why we want to bring back that core strength of civil aviation also. Now, thanks to our Honorable Prime Minister and his vision, from 2001 to 2014, 13 years, India could develop only 9 airports. 2001 to 2014, 13 years, India was developing 9 airports. But 2014 to 2026, we have developed more than 90 airports in this country. No country in the world, go to any part of this world, east, west, north, south, you will not find a single country in the last 12 years who have built a civil aviation infrastructure of more than 90 airports. That has been the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister. And what did it do? It has connected the length and breadth of this country so strongly, not only for people movement, but also for cargo movement. Now we are just taking examples of how mango, there is a huge domestic consumption, but in times of summer, our Indian mangoes are there in the supermarkets across the world. You name it, Australia, Japan, USA, you're finding this fresh variety of mangoes, Indian variety of mangoes across the world. And then you have the Shahi Lichis, my brother Chiragji and Lalanji would be knowing, which are from Bihar. We are transporting them across the country and across the world also. All the perishables, seafood exports, you are the witness for that, and how we are able to capitalize on the air cargo network that we have and how it has improved today, and how we are able to promote it more and more in the international sectors also. So air cargo has come a long way. From fish sheets from Agartala, meat from Dimapur, crabs from Kolkata, vegetables from Bangalore, chilled fish from Chennai, dairy products from Coimbatore. There are numerous examples. Madurai Malliga, jasmine from Madurai, which is the most premium quality jasmine that you can get in the whole world, is being exported all the way to the Gulf and all the way to France, where they are making luxury colognes out of it. So this has the strength that the air cargo has given to our farmers, to our fishermen, to our producers, to our manufacturers, on how to get our quality products or our quality materials across the world and give a real economic value to our society and our community. So we want to capitalize on that. We want to provide more support while increasing the civil aviation network. We are increasing at more than 10% every year. Thanks to the foundation our Honorable Prime Minister has laid, we are 165 airport strong network today, and we want to double it by Viksit Bharat 2047. We want to see more than 354 airports coming, network of 350 airports in the country. The thumb rule with which we are going is anywhere in the country, 2 hours distance or 150 kilometers, anywhere that you go, you should be able to get an aircraft from where you can reach anywhere in the world. It is with that idea that we want to develop air infrastructure in the country, and today we are doing exceptionally well, growing really exceptionally well. But one area we should strongly strengthen from our side is to focus on the air cargo network. And there are some interesting things that we want to do in terms of how do we ensure that this air cargo network becomes beneficial to the in ensuring last mile connectivity. So 3 concepts that we have is, one is to reduce the processing time that we have. When you're getting your product to the cargo terminal, usually the processing time is taking sometimes days or sometimes more than the required number of hours. So how do we reduce the dwell time that is there at our cargo exports? So for that, we are looking at improving the cargo infrastructure that we have. We want to have multi-stakeholder consultation with our own Bureau of Civil Aviation Security, Customs, and also trade and commerce. So multiple players who are involved in this sector, we want to sit down with them and cut down the processing time that it takes at the airports for us to get it to the airport and to load it into the airplane also. And reducing the cost. When it comes to air cargo, the cost is sometimes a very challenging task for them. So how do you reduce the cost that it takes for air cargo? And the third and most important thing is to increase the volumes. You want to get more people, you want to get more players into the basket so that the volumes increase. And also for the volumes to increase, what we need to do in other ways is to diversify our markets. We need to open up to more markets, open up to more sectors. So this is one top priority focus areas for the civil aviation in terms of air cargo. And within that, some of the systems that we are working on is the multimodal logistics system. We don't want to, just like I told you how PM sir is wanting us not to work in silos. He wants to collaborate and complement along with other departments. So we are looking at multimodal connectivity. If there is a pond somewhere, if there is a manufacturing unit somewhere within the inland, somewhere which is not close to the airport, then utilizing the road network or the rail network or the port and the airport network, how do you complement each other so that ultimately the benefit goes to that benefit goes to the product in reaching the right market at the right time. And more than that, we have reworked our transshipment policy. I don't know how much have you looked into the air cargo transport in the country, but there was some specific feedback that we got on air transshipment policy, where I2I or D2I, domestic to international, international to international, when it's passing through India, then when it is coming into India and going to some other local destination or an international destination, our people at the airport and the cargo terminal, they were stripping everything off, getting everything verified, x-rayed, checked, scanned, and then packing everything, where we were losing a lot of precious time, which is very important for air cargo. So today, we have come up with a reform where we are not going to do it for certain countries, certain friendly countries, certain accepted countries, and it is going to be a smooth sailing for all the cargo and transshipment, which is taken as a very important reform by the cargo industry. So that is one step we are doing. Another interesting one, which I want all of you also to focus upon, is the air freight station policy. We already had it. We had some inputs from our Piyush also recently when we were talking about it. Air freight station policy, generally when you want to use air cargo, you're getting all the products to the airport and you're utilizing the services at the cargo terminal at the airport, packing it, checking it, customs clearance, weigh bills, everything is being done there. Then you're loading it onto the aircraft. But this policy is such an excellent policy where you can pick up that cargo terminal which is sitting inside the airport. You can put it anywhere in the country. Anywhere in the country, right next to your factory also you can have it. This is what is called the air freight station. We will provide the customs, we will provide the machinery, we will provide the process, everything, so that you can pack everything there the way it should go into the plane. And then the only thing that is left for you is to transport it to the cargo terminal which is nearest to you. So this is a great advantage that you have, and I would like to put it in the notice of our Chief Minister also, because he is trying to do a lot of horticulture hub in Anantapur area, and then we have the Godavari basin and the Godavari belt also, sea coast, which has a lot of this aquaculture production. So one air freight station which is dedicatedly put for this fisheries and seafood exports, and one probably for horticulture in these areas, would actually cut down the transport times that you would have if you're trying to send your product to different longer destinations and especially international destinations. And air freight station combined with the quarantine center that we have talked about, I think is a very deadly combination that Andhra can have in the future. And I would commit myself from my side that in setting up these air freight stations in our state, I will definitely do my best and collaborate with the state government in putting it forward. And one other vision, taking a page from our Prime Minister, he has started one district, one product. Now, converting it into civil aviation, we have started one airport, one product. There are so many airports. Out of 160 airports, we have 74 which have cargo terminals. And each of these cargo terminal assisted airports, they have some product which is of the most value, not only within the country, but outside the country. Taking from Northeast also. We have 17 airport network in the Northeast, which was unbelievable in one point of time, but Modi ji has made it possible. Each and every state has this special product. So I want our airports to specialize those cargo operations in that product. Not that restricting it to only that product, but streamline it. Make it a cluster. Make it beneficial for that area. So one airport, one product is another idea that we are proposing. And definitely seafood exports, we'll try to see within Andhra or somewhere which makes sense. Let us create one airport which dedicatedly works around the seafood exports so that we specialize, we innovate, we use the technology, and we give the benefit to the fisherman and the farmer producer also. And the fifth thing that we are looking at is in India, till now we have seen airports as airports. Now we are coming up with the concept of cargo airports also. Cargo airports, the first one of its kind is coming up in Dholera, and yesterday we had the first flight also, testing flight have landed, and it is going to be one of the best cargo terminals you would have seen not only in the country but in the world. It has been always the vision of our Prime Minister that the cargo, the production, the mission manufacturing that we see in the country, that we want to see in the country, would only strive when you are able to send the products that are built in the country, let it be chips or let it be potato chips or semiconductor chips, whatever it is, whatever is being done in India, it has to go around the world in the right time to the right place. So for that, cargo airports is another vision that we are picking up. We want to build them in such a way that they can work as in hub and spokes models. And there are some other places also. Someone was talking about Chile. Santiago, Chile has almost 60 to 65% of Atlantic salmon is being transported from that one single airport. Not that Santiago airport nearby area is only producing that Atlantic salmon. They have many coastal cities there. They have worked out a way where everything comes to that airport, and from that airport they have specialized in transporting this to all the international destinations. So that cargo style of airport we need to bring here. Not only here, Bhogapuram will also have a nice cargo terminal. Jewar will also have a cargo terminal. Noida, second airport for the NCR region. Navi Mumbai is also having a good one. And then there are many other airports where we want to build these cargo terminals, which will also boost this up. And PM Gati Shakti vision is something which has been driving this whole process for us. And we want to take more and more cargo into our air network. Because right now, most of it is being sent in the ocean network, but I'll give you another statistic. 95 to 98% in terms of volume is being done by ocean cargo. 95 to 98%. And the value, commercial value, when it translated, is coming out to be 70%. And 2% to 5% is handled by air cargo, but the commercial value of that is 30%. So even if we are doing in terms of volumes, we are doing less. The value that air cargo creates, because you are sending it in a very specific amount of time and you are sending those quality products, perishable products to the right place. So the value that it's creating is 30% of the entire this thing. So from my side, I would propose that Ministry of Civil Aviation is ready to assist in the seafood exports, not only within the country, but outside the country. Any good reforms that this discussion comes out with, we will be able to assist you more better way. So once again, I would like to thank each and everyone who has come here to participate in this. And I would like to state the whole of government approach again, where all of us have combinedly come together just to show you that we are concerned about seafood exports. We want to support it more. We want it to strive more, and we want it to become one of the best industries across the world. With that, my best wishes to all the stakeholders here, and who are all looking very confident for the future also. This government, NDA Sarkar, the double engine Sarkar is committed. Now you are seeing that all the coastlines are pretty much comfortable with the double engine Sarkar. And I would also like you to see West Bengal also. Now West Bengal has come into that fold, and there are a lot of opportunities already coming up. I've seen the Chief Minister there also exploring a lot of aquaculture related activities. So one more market, someone was saying कि हमें जमीन दे दो, हम वो करेंगे. तो हम जमीन के साथ पानी भी आपको देंगे. तो आप जो करना है वो करिए, हम पूरी तरह से आपको सपोर्ट करने के लिए हैं. So once again, my sincere congratulations to each and every one of you, and thank you for making me a part of this wonderful summit. Thank you. Jai Hind.
बहुत बहुत आभार ऑनरेबल यूनियन मिनिस्टर ऑफ सिविल एविएशन श्री किंजरापू राम मोहन नायडू जी, उनके इस प्रेरक संबोधन के लिए, उनके विजन के लिए और उनके सहयोग के लिए। दिव्य सज्जनों, जिनकी पहल और मार्गदर्शन में इस बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण राष्ट्रीय यानी नेशनल वर्कशॉप का आयोजन किया गया है, ऐसे माननीय केंद्रीय मत्स्य पालन, पशुपालन, डेयरी और पंचायती राज मंत्री श्री राजीव रंजन सिंह जी एलियास ललन सिंह जी से मैं इस अवसर पर निवेदन करूंगा, आप सबकी करतल ध्वनि के साथ ये निवेदन होगा कि वे इस अवसर पर अपने संबोधन के लिए पधारें, हम सबका मार्गदर्शन करें। माननीय श्री राजीव रंजन सिंह जी एलियास ललन सिंह जी।
आंध्र प्रदेश के माननीय मुख्यमंत्री आदरणीय चंद्रबाबू नायडू जी, हमारे साथी और सहयोगी वाणिज्य मंत्री माननीय पीयूष गोयल जी, नागरिक उड्डयन मंत्री किंजरापू राम मोहन नायडू जी, खाद्य प्रसंस्करण उद्योग मंत्री चिराग पासवान जी, आंध्र प्रदेश सरकार के मत्स्य पालन मंत्री किंजरापू अच्छा नायडू जी, प्रभारी मंत्री यहाँ विशाखापट्टनम के डॉक्टर डोला श्री बाला बिरांजन स्वामी जी, राज्यसभा के माननीय सांसद बी मस्तान राव जी, फिशरी सचिव श्री अभिलक्ष लेखी जी और वाणिज्य मंत्रालय के अतिरिक्त सचिव अजय भट्टू जी, इस कार्यशाला में आए हुए सभी एक्सपोर्टर्स, प्रोसेसर्स, स्टार्टअप्स के प्रतिनिधि, एमएसएमईज के प्रतिनिधि, सभी हितधारकगण और अन्य गणमान्य लोग, फिशरी सेक्टर पर आज एक कार्यशाला का आयोजन है और मुख्य तौर पर हम अपने निर्यात को कैसे बढ़ा सकते हैं उस पर चर्चा कर रहे हैं। यह फिशरी सेक्टर एक ऐसा सेक्टर है, मत्स्य पालन का क्षेत्र, जिसमें लगभग 3 करोड़ सीधे तौर पर जो मछुआरे भाई हैं, जो मत्स्य पालक हैं, ये सभी 3 करोड़ लोगों की आजीविका पूर्णतः इस क्षेत्र पर निर्भर है और 10 करोड़ से ज्यादा लोग पशुपालन के साथ जुड़े। तो ये मत्स्य पालन और पशुपालन विभाग जो है, ये 13 करोड़ लोगों की आजीविका सीधे तौर पर प्रदान करती है और उसके अलावा इसके पूरे चेन सिस्टम को अगर आप देखेंगे तो एक बड़ी संख्या है, करोड़ों संख्या है। तो मतलब 14-15 करोड़ की आबादी को यह क्षेत्र प्रभावित करता है। इस क्षेत्र पर आजादी के बाद से किसी ने कोई ध्यान नहीं दिया था। जब 2014 में आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने इस देश की सत्ता संभाली तो उनका इस क्षेत्र पर ध्यान गया और इस क्षेत्र की जो नेग्लेक्ट किया गया था उसको उन्होंने आगे बढ़ाने का काम किया। 2014 में उन्होंने ब्लू रिवॉल्यूशन शुरू किया, उसके बाद FIDF चलाया, फिर प्रधानमंत्री मत्स्य संपदा योजना चलाया, फिर PMKSSY योजना चलाई और इन सारी योजनाओं के साथ साथ उनको लगा कि ये कृषि मंत्रालय के साथ ये पूरा मंत्रालय जुड़ा था। उनको लगा कि ये कृषि मंत्रालय के साथ इस मंत्रालय में पूरे तौर पर जो इतनी बड़ी आबादी है जो आजीविका निर्भर है उसका कल्याण नहीं हो सकता और इसलिए 2019 में उन्होंने कृषि विभाग से निकालकर मत्स्य पालन और पशुपालन डेयरी मंत्रालय को अलग मंत्रालय उन्होंने बनाने का काम किया और जब अलग मंत्रालय बनाने का काम किया और उसके बाद जो काम शुरू हुआ तो आज हम आपको बता दें कि पूरे दुनिया के अंदर पूरे विश्व में जो मछली का उत्पादन है उसमें 8.8% हिस्सेदारी हमारे देश की है। हमारे देश की 8% हिस्सेदारी। आज पूरे दुनिया का जो मत्स्य उत्पादन है वो 223.2 मिलियन टन है और उस 223.2 मिलियन टन में हमारे देश का जो हिस्सेदारी है वो 19.7 मिलियन टन है जो मछली का है और सीवीड का। तो ये हमारा प्रयास आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने जो किया उसका ये परिणाम है आज हमको देखने को मिल रहा है। और यही नहीं, सिर्फ योजना उन्होंने नहीं चलाया, योजना के साथ साथ उन्होंने 39,000 से ज्यादा करोड़ रुपए का निवेश इन्वेस्टमेंट भी इस सेक्टर में उन्होंने किया। आपको पता है जब प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी 2014 में जब इस देश के प्रधानमंत्री बने थे उस समय पूरे देश के मछली का उत्पादन 95.7 लाख टन था सिर्फ, और 11 वर्षों में जो प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का प्रयास है 24-25 में वह 95.7 लाख टन बढ़ के 197.7 लाख टन हो गया। 106% की वृद्धि 11 वर्षों में हुई। तो आप सोचिए आजादी के बाद से 2014 तक और 11 साल 106% की वृद्धि हुई और इस पूरे उत्पादन में 76% योगदान है इनलैंड स्टेट्स का। इनलैंड स्टेट्स का 76% उत्पाद है, लेकिन एक्सपोर्ट में इनलैंड स्टेट्स का कंट्रीब्यूशन मात्र 2%। अब आज की ये कार्यशाला जो आज और कल के लिए है उसमें कोस्टल स्टेट्स के जो एक्सपोर्ट्स हैं उनको तो हम बढ़ाना चाहते ही हैं, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ हम इनलैंड स्टेट्स में भी एक्सपोर्ट को प्रमोट करने के लिए इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर क्रिएट करना चाहते हैं। उसके लिए आज ये वर्कशॉप है, कार्यशाला है। इनलैंड स्टेट्स का प्रोडक्शन 147%, पूरे देश का प्रोडक्शन 106% बढ़ा और सिर्फ इनलैंड स्टेट्स का प्रोडक्शन 147% बढ़ा पिछले 11 साल। 2013-14 में मात्र 61 लाख टन था जो आज 2024-25 में बढ़ के 153 लाख टन हो गया है। तो ये है। अब उसके साथ साथ हमारा एक्सपोर्ट भी बढ़ा और एक्सपोर्ट भी बढ़ा जिसको आज हम लोग और आगे ऊंचाइयों तक ले जाने के लिए चर्चा करने के लिए बैठे हैं। 2013-14 में आजादी के बाद से 2013-14 तक जो हमारा निर्यात था, हमारा एक्सपोर्ट था फीस का, वो मात्र 30,000 करोड़ रुपए था। और 11 साल के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के प्रयास के कारण और जो उन्होंने योजनाएं चलाई, जो निवेश किया उन्होंने, उसका परिणाम हुआ कि 2024-25 में हमारा एक्सपोर्ट डबल 30,213 करोड़ से बढ़ के 62,408 करोड़ रुपए हो गया था। 11 साल में दोगुनी की वृद्धि हुई। उसके बाद 2025 में यूएस ने एक भारी टैरिफ लगाया, 58.5% का टैरिफ लगाया, 8%, 55.8% का टैरिफ लगा। हम सब लोगों के लिए बहुत बड़ी चुनौती थी। इट वॉज ए चैलेंज फॉर अस कि हम अपने एक्सपोर्ट के मार्केट को कैसे मेंटेन कर पाए। और उसके बाद जो हम लोगों ने प्रयास किया, विशाखापट्टनम में आज हम जो कार्यशाला का आयोजित कर रहे हैं, यह दूसरा कार्यशाला है। इसके पहले भी एक बार हम लोगों ने यहां एक्सपोर्टर्स के साथ बैठक करके प्रारंभ में ही एक्सपोर्ट को कैसे प्रमोट किया जाए, उसके लिए हम लोग बैठक कर चुके थे। हम लोगों ने एक्सपोर्टर्स की मीटिंग की, हम लोगों ने इन्वेस्टर्स की मीटिंग की, हम लोगों ने वैल्यू एड के साथ जुड़े जितने स्टेक होल्डर्स हैं उनके साथ बैठक की। हम लोगों ने मत्स्य मंथन शिविर चलाया जो अलग अलग स्टेट्स में हम लोगों ने चलाया। हम लोगों ने जो ग्लोबल मार्केट है, ग्लोबल मार्केट के साथ हम कैसे अपनी पहुंच को बनाएं, इसके लिए हम लोगों ने प्रयास किया। और इस सब का परिणाम हुआ कि आज हमारा एक्सपोर्ट बढ़ गया। और इसमें सबसे बड़ा योगदान इस देश के प्रधानमंत्री आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी का, जिन्होंने इस बीच में लगातार प्रयास करके 15 देशों के साथ एफटीए किया और कई और देशों के साथ एफटीए चर्चा में है जो शीघ्र आने वाला है। रूस, इटली, दक्षिण कोरिया, इंडोनेशिया, आइसलैंड और थाईलैंड के साथ हम लोगों ने बाइलेटरल सहयोग के लिए वार्ता की। 39 कंट्रीज के साथ, 39 कंट्रीज के एम्बेसडर्स के साथ राउंड टेबल कॉन्फ्रेंस करके हम लोगों ने हमारे एक्सपोर्ट के मार्केट को अपने देश में उत्साहित करने के लिए उनके साथ चर्चा की। और इस सब का परिणाम है कि आज हमारा एक्सपोर्ट यूएस टैरिफ की चुनौती के बाद भी हमारा एक्सपोर्ट लगभग 73,000 करोड़ रुपए पहुंच गया। 73,000 करोड़ रुपए पहुंच गया। तो ये सब कंट्रीब्यूशन है। और जो एक्सपोर्ट है हमारा झींगा, मुख्य तौर पर हमारे झींगा का, श्रिम्प का एक्सपोर्ट मार्केट है पूरी दुनिया में। आज हम 39 जो हमारा 73,000 करोड़ रुपए का जो हमारा एक्सपोर्ट है, उसमें 49,037.93 करोड़ रुपया का कंट्रीब्यूशन श्रिम्प का है, जिसका सबसे ज्यादा जो श्रिम्प का एक्सपोर्ट हो रहा है वो इस आंध्र प्रदेश से हो रहा है। और इसलिए हम आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री चंद्रबाबू नायडू जी को इस बात के लिए बधाई देते हैं कि आपका जो प्रदेश है उस देश की अर्थव्यवस्था में बहुत बड़ा योगदान कर रहा है और लगभग 40,000 करोड़ रुपए का एक्सपोर्ट कर रहा है। यह विशाखापट्टनम का जो बंदरगाह है, यह बंदरगाह सबसे ज्यादा एक्सपोर्ट पूरे ग्लोबल मार्केट में एक्सपोर्ट करने के लिए उपयोग होता है। और इसलिए हम लोगों ने विशाखापट्टनम को चुना कि यहां हम लोग बैठ के इस कार्यशाला का आयोजन करेंगे और सारे देश के जो एक्सपोर्टर्स हैं, जो स्टेक होल्डर्स हैं, सबको यहां बुला के उनसे चर्चा करेंगे। और जो हमारा एक्सपोर्ट 11,000 करोड़ रुपए का लगभग बढ़ा, उसके लिए कोई सिर्फ सरकार की क्रेडिट नहीं है। हम सिर्फ क्रेडिट नहीं लेना चाहते, इसमें बहुत बड़ा क्रेडिट हमारे एक्सपोर्टर्स को है। हमारे एक्सपोर्टर्स ने मार्केट तलाश किया, हमारे एक्सपोर्टर्स ने मेहनत किया, हमारे प्रोसेसर्स ने मेहनत किया, हमारे मछुआरा भाइयों ने पूरी मेहनत करके जो कैच किया उसका परिणाम है, फिश फार्मर्स का कंट्रीब्यूशन है। तो हम सबको जो आज इस देश की अर्थव्यवस्था में आपने जो योगदान दिया है, उसके लिए हम सब आपको हृदय से धन्यवाद देते हैं और हृदय से बधाई देते हैं कि आपकी मेहनत के कारण हुआ। हमारे लिए यह खूबी है, हमारे देश की यह खूबी है, और खास करके प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की यह खूबी है कि जब कोई चुनौती आती है, कोई चैलेंज आता है, तो उस चैलेंज में वो अवसर तलाशते हैं, उस चुनौती के बीच से वो अवसर तलाशते हैं। और जब अवसर तलाशते हैं, एक कहावत है हम लोग के यहां, जहां चाह वहां राह। अगर पूरे मन से किसी चीज की इच्छा व्यक्त की गई, चाहा गया, तो उसका रास्ता भी निकलता है। तो हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी ने भी जो प्रयास किया, उसके कारण आज पूरे विश्व के बाजार में हमारे मछली के उत्पाद की स्वीकार्यता, एक्सेप्टेबिलिटी बढ़ी है। हम इसके लिए अपने एक्सपोर्टर्स को बधाई देते हैं और धन्यवाद देते हैं। आज भारत में ने यूरोप में अमेरिका ने टैरिफ लगाया, यूएस टैरिफ लगा, लेकिन आज हमारे एक्सपोर्टर्स ने यूरोप में, जापान में, दक्षिण पूर्व एशिया में, चीन जैसे बाजारों में अपनी मजबूत स्थिति दर्ज की है और अपनी मजबूत स्थिति के दम पर आज हम 73,000 करोड़ रुपए के एक्सपोर्ट पर पहुंचे हैं। ये हमारे एक्सपोर्टर्स का कंट्रीब्यूशन है। सरकार ने एक्सपोर्ट्स को बढ़ाने के लिए भी कई तरह के उपाय किए हैं जो वैश्विक बाजार के लिए आवश्यक था। जैसे हमने यूएस मैरिन मैमल कंपैटिबिलिटी का अनुमोदन किया, हम लोगों ने टर्टल एक्सक्लूडर डिवाइस को बढ़ावा दिया, हमने एंटीबायोटिक्स के कंट्रोल को नियंत्रित करने का, एंटीबायोटिक्स के यूज को कंट्रोल करने का हम लोगों ने नियंत्रित करने का प्रयास किया, और हम लोगों ने नेशनल ट्रेसेबिलिटी फ्रेमवर्क तैयार किया, और उसी का परिणाम है कि आज हम आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। भारत सरकार ने आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी से अनुमोदन प्राप्त करके हम लोगों ने ईजेड में और हाई सी में, ईजेड और हाई सी में फिशिंग करने के लिए हम लोगों ने गाइडलाइन जारी किया 2025 में। हम लोगों ने ईजेड के अंतर्गत लगभग एक्सेस पास लॉन्च किया बरावल में जाकर गुजरात में, वहां हम लोगों ने किया, और लगभग 6,000 के करीब एक्सेस पास आज ईजेड में फिशिंग के लिए दिया जा चुका है। हाई सी में फिशिंग के लिए भी हम लोग तैयार हो रहे हैं, और हम समझते हैं कि अगले महीने हम लोग हाई सी में भी फिशिंग के लिए जो लेटर ऑफ ऑथराइजेशन है वो हम लोग जारी करने की स्थिति में हो जाएंगे, और हम लोग जब जारी करेंगे तो उसके बाद हमारा एक्सपोर्ट और हाई वैल्यू फीस के कैच पर बढ़ेगा। जैसे अभी सेक्रेटरी साहब बता रहे थे कि लक्षद्वीप में और अंडमान निकोबार द्वीप में हम लोगों ने फ्रेमवर्क तैयार किया है, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलप किया फिशिंग के लिए। कोई इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर न लक्षद्वीप में था और न अंडमान निकोबार में था, उसको भी हम लोगों ने डेवलप किया। अंडमान में भी और लक्षद्वीप में भी हम लोगों ने एक्सपोर्टर्स को आमंत्रित किया, और आज काफी संख्या में एक्सपोर्टर्स वहां अपनी यूनिट लगा रहे हैं, अंडमान में भी, लक्षद्वीप में भी। लक्षद्वीप में हम लोगों ने सीवीड को बढ़ावा देने के लिए किया, और इसलिए एक्सपोर्ट को ध्यान में रखते हुए हम लोग जो PMMSY प्रधानमंत्री मत्स्य संपदा 2 जो 16वें वित्त आयोग की साइकिल में हम लोग तैयार कर रहे हैं, उसमें हमारा मुख्य ध्यान एक्सपोर्ट ओरिएंटेड पॉलिसी पर है, एक्सपोर्ट ओरिएंटेड पॉलिसी और इन्वेस्टमेंट पर है, और लगभग 21,000 करोड़ रुपए का प्रावधान हम लोगों ने उसमें किया है। हम लोग और इसको के नेटवर्क को बढ़ाने का काम करेंगे। तो इसलिए आज इस कार्यशाला में आज और कल चर्चा होगी। आप में से कई लोगों के विचार आएंगे, आप में से कई लोग अपने विचार देंगे क्या सुधार करना है, क्या संशोधन करना है। इसलिए कि मुझको अपना अनुभव है कि यूएस टैरिफ लगने के बाद जो हमने एक्सपोर्टर्स के साथ अलग अलग बैठकें की और उस बैठकों में जो सुझाव आए उसके कारण हमको सुविधा हुई, हम उसके आधार पर नीतियां बनाने में कामयाब हुए, हम उसके आधार पर कार्रवाई करने में कामयाब हुए और उसका परिणाम आज हमको देखने को मिला है। हमारा यह भी लक्ष्य है कि अगले 5 साल में हमारा वैल्यू एडिशन जो आज 11% पर है उसको 25 से 30% पर ले जाएंगे। हम चाइना में 29% या 28% है, हम चाइना के बराबर वैल्यू एडिशन प्रोडक्ट करके पूरे दुनिया के बाजार में छा जाएंगे। ये हम लोगों का लक्ष्य है और उस लक्ष्य को लेके हम लोग आज काम कर रहे हैं। हम लोगों का यह भी प्रयास है कि इनलैंड स्टेट्स को भी एक्सपोर्ट के साथ जोड़ा जाए और उसको जोड़ करके एक्सपोर्ट के साथ फ्रेमवर्क तैयार किया। हमने कल ही सेक्रेटरी साहब को कहा है कि अगले 1 महीना के अंदर कई इनलैंड स्टेट्स हैं, कई इनलैंड स्टेट्स में अनुभव नहीं है कि हमको एक्सपोर्ट करने के लिए, चूंकि उन्होंने कभी एक्सपोर्ट में उनका पार्टिसिपेशन नहीं रहा, तो उनका कई राज्य सरकारों का फीडबैक है कि हमको बताइए कि हमको एक्सपोर्ट को प्रमोट करने के लिए क्या क्या करना है। मैंने कल ही कहा है सेक्रेटरी को कि आप 1 महीना के अंदर आप एक एसओपी बना के और पूरे इनलैंड स्टेट्स को जारी करिए कि इस एसओपी के आधार पर आप तैयारी करिए और उस तैयारी के साथ आप एक्सपोर्ट को आगे बढ़ाने का काम करिए। सी फूड एक्सपोर्ट की यह कार्यशाला जो वर्कशॉप है वो हम समझते हैं, हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि वैल्यू एडेड उत्पाद सर्टिफिकेशन ट्रेसेबिलिटी के माध्यम से एक्सपोर्ट को हम और कैसे आगे बढ़ा सके इस पर ध्यान केंद्रित करके और स्टार्टअप्स और एमएसएमईज को हम कैसे इस पूरे चेन के साथ जोड़ें, इस एक्सपोर्ट के चेन के साथ कैसे जोड़ें, इस पर उनको ध्यान देने की आवश्यकता है और इस पर चर्चा होगी। और जब आज भी होगा सेकंड हाफ में, कल भी है सेशन, टेक्निकल सेशन, तो हम आपसे आग्रह करेंगे कि आप अपने सुझाव, अपने परामर्श दीजिए ताकि हम उन परामर्शों के साथ हम आगे बढ़ सकें। अब आंध्र प्रदेश में हम आए हैं और माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी यहां उपस्थित हैं, हम उनका विशेष तौर पर धन्यवाद देना चाहते हैं, इसलिए कि हमने उनसे आग्रह किया कि आप इस कार्यशाला का उद्घाटन करिए और उन्होंने हमारे उस आग्रह को स्वीकार किया और स्वीकार करके आज यहां आए हैं। हम विशेष तौर पर उनको धन्यवाद देना चाहते हैं इस बात के लिए। आज आंध्र प्रदेश हमारा सबसे बड़ा उत्पादक है, हमारे फिशरी सेक्टर का सबसे बड़ा प्रोड्यूसर आंध्र प्रदेश है। मछली और झींगा, फिश और श्रिम्प दोनों मिलाकर हम आज 50 लाख टन जो टोटल हमारा प्रोडक्शन है उसमें 50 लाख टन आंध्र प्रदेश का कंट्रीब्यूशन है। पूरे देश का जो मछली उत्पादन है, फिश प्रोडक्शन है, उसका 40% आंध्र प्रदेश आज उसमें कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहा है। विशाखापट्टनम में हम यहां हैं, विशाखापट्टनम बंदरगाह से निर्यात को जो बढ़ावा मिल रहा है और खास करके श्रिम्प और मछली का, तो ये विशाखापट्टनम बंदरगाह आज सबसे बड़ा बंदरगाह है पूरे देश भर में, जहां से हम एक्सपोर्ट को आगे बढ़ाने का काम कर रहे हैं। और आंध्र प्रदेश के साथ तो एक खूबी है कि पूरा जो कोस्टल इलाका है आंध्र प्रदेश का, वो 974 किलोमीटर्स में पूरा कोस्टल इलाका फैला हुआ है। और फिश और मैरीन फिशरीज और जो ट्रेडिशनल फिश है, इस दोनों में बड़े पैमाने पर आंध्र प्रदेश में यह काम किया जाता है। हम सिर्फ श्रिम्प की बात नहीं करें, रेहू, कतला, मृगल जैसी फिश स्पेसीज भी आंध्र प्रदेश में बड़े पैमाने पर किया जा रहा है। लगभग 15 लाख लोगों को 15 लाख लोगों की आजीविका आंध्र प्रदेश में आज फिशरी सेक्टर पर निर्भर है। और इसके लिए इसी को ध्यान में रख के हम लोगों ने PMMSY में 2421 करोड़ रुपए की योजनाएं यहां स्वीकृत की है, जिसमें हैचरी है, फीड मिल्क है, कोल्ड स्टोरेज है, बायोफ्लॉक है, BS है, केज कल्चर है, रिटेल फिश मार्केट्स है, डीप सी फिशिंग वेसल्स है। इन सारे चीजों में हम लोगों ने इन्वेस्ट किया है और आगे भी जो भी आवश्यकता होगी हम लोग आंध्र प्रदेश को सहयोग करने के लिए कमिटेड हैं। हम लोग आंध्र प्रदेश को सहयोग करने के लिए तैयार हैं। और इसके साथ कई योजनाएं हैं आंध्र प्रदेश की, जिसका मॉडर्नाइजेशन हम लोग कर रहे हैं। जैसे मैं आपको बता दूं कि काकीनाडा में एक फिशिंग हार्बर है जो बहुत पुराना हार्बर है। उस हार्बर के मॉडर्नाइजेशन के लिए और उसको स्मार्ट हार्बर में डेवलप करने के लिए हम लोगों ने 72.42 करोड़ रुपया अभी 4 दिन पहले स्वीकृत किया है काकीनाडा में। और इसके साथ साथ अभी हमारी बात हुई माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी से। मैंने उनको कहा है कि आप आंध्र प्रदेश में जगह हमको उपलब्ध करा दीजिए। नेशनल फिशरी डेवलपमेंट बोर्ड के CEO को हम निर्देशित कर चुके हैं कि जैसे ही आपको जगह मिले नेशनल फिशरी डेवलपमेंट बोर्ड का आप रीजनल ऑफिस आंध्र प्रदेश के लिए स्थापित करिए, ताकि आंध्र के किसानों को पूरा सहयोग आप दे सकिए, उनको प्रशिक्षण दे सकिए, उनको ट्रेंड कर सकिए। आगे की आपकी जो योजना है उसके आधार पर आप उनको प्रशिक्षित करके और एक्सपोर्ट को प्रमोट करने का काम कीजिए। तो इसलिए हम पुनः आंध्र प्रदेश के माननीय मुख्यमंत्री चंद्रबाबू नायडू जी को धन्यवाद देते हुए और आप सभी स्टेक होल्डर्स का स्वागत और अभिनंदन करते हुए हम अपनी बात समाप्त करते हैं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
बहुत बहुत आभार माननीय श्री राजीव रंजन सिंह जी, एलियास ललन सिंह जी, माननीय केंद्रीय मत्स्य पालन, पशुपालन, डेयरी और पंचायती राज मंत्री महोदय का, उनके उद्बोधन के लिए, उनके मार्गदर्शन के लिए, उनके विजनरी लीडरशिप के लिए देवियों सचरों। May I now request Honorable Union Minister of Commerce and Industry, Shri Piyush Goyal ji, for his address and his guidance to all of us on this occasion. आदरणीय पीयूष गोयल जी से निवेदन करूंगा कि वे अपने संबोधन से हम सबका मार्गदर्शन करें। माननीय मंत्री महोदय।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। हम सबके बीच उपस्थित आंध्र प्रदेश के बहुत ही लोकप्रिय कर्तृत्ववान मुख्यमंत्री और मेरे बहुत ही घनिष्ठ मित्र माननीय श्री चंद्रबाबू नायडू गारू, आज के इस कार्यक्रम के निर्माता, जिनका दिल मत्स्य इंडस्ट्री के लिए, पूरे क्षेत्र के लिए हमेशा धड़कता है, जो बार बार मेरे साथ भी बड़ा झगड़ा करते रहते हैं कि फिशरीज के लिए और कुछ करना है, और क्या कर सकते हैं, और थोड़ा जोर लगाना है। ऐसे हम सबके वरिष्ठ नेता और केंद्रीय मंत्री माननीय श्री राजीव रंजन सिंह जी, हमारे दोनों युवा नेता और युवा मंत्री माननीय श्री नायडू जी और पासवान जी, और ये दोनों हमारे सबसे हैंडसम मिनिस्टर हैं वहां पे, हसमुख। पूरे पार्लियामेंट में कोई पार्टी का कोई भी व्यक्ति हो, सब लोग इन दोनों के साथ घुल मिलकर बड़े अच्छी तरीके से, बड़े कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के एजेंडा को आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं। और जो माननीय नायडू जी ने बोला, राममोहन नायडू जी ने, सही बात है। ऐसा स्टेज माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी भी हैं, हमारे एनडीए अलायंस के सबसे वरिष्ठ नेताओं में से एक है, राजीव रंजन सिंह जी इस क्षेत्र के मंत्री, ऐसे 5 मंत्री एक साथ, आप कल्पना करिए कि प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की कितनी दूरदृष्टता होगी जब उन्होंने ये होल ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट अप्रोच भारत में लागू किया। और मुझे खुशी है कि राजीव जी ने ये कार्यक्रम रखा जिसमें हमारे साथ माननीय श्री मस्तान जी भी उपस्थित हैं, मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट यहां से आंध्र प्रदेश से। हमारे साथ दोनों मंत्री, यहाँ के फिशरीज मंत्री माननीय श्री किंजरप्पू अच्छानायडू जी, यहाँ के स्थानीय गार्डियन मिनिस्टर माननीय श्री दोला बालास्वामी जी उपस्थित हैं। दोनों विभाग, फिशरीज और कॉमर्स, दोनों के अधिकारियां हैं। अभिलाष लिखी जी जो बड़े संवेदनशीलता से इस क्षेत्र के लिए काम कर रहे हैं। अजय भादु जी कॉमर्स से एमपीडा देखते हैं और एक्सपोर्ट का प्रमोशन में लगे हैं। और देश भर से आए हुए जो सभी अधिकारी आज उपस्थित हैं, जो अलग अलग स्टेक होल्डर्स हैं। मैंने सुना लगभग 8-10 संस्थाएं एक्सपोर्ट या फिशरी सेक्टर्स की आज यहाँ पे एकत्रित हुई हैं। हमारे मत्स्य जो फार्मर्स हैं, जो फिशरमैन हैं, वो भी आज बड़ी संख्या में आए हैं। तो एक प्रकार से ये जो माननीय ललन सिंह जी कह रहे थे कार्यशाला, मैं तो इसको एक प्रकार से मंथन होता हुआ देख रहा हूं कि कैसे इस क्षेत्र की जो असीम संभावनाएं हैं उसको कैसे हम जमीनी स्तर पर उतारें। उसके लिए जो हम सब एकत्रित हुए, आप सभी को मैं बधाई देना चाहता हूं। माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी, मेरे सहयोगी मंत्रियों को, सभी को बधाई देना चाहता हूं। सभी एक्सपोर्टर्स को, सभी फिशरमैन को, सभी प्रोसेसर्स को, सभी जो लॉजिस्टिक्स क्षेत्र से जुड़े हुए हमारे साथ हैं, हमारे यंग स्टार्टअप्स को, सभी को जो मिलकर आज की इस कार्यशाला में उपस्थित हुए। और वास्तव में आज देश के कोने कोने से यहाँ पे लोग आए हैं, लगभग हर राज्य यहाँ पे रिप्रेजेंटेड है। तो मैं जब सोच रहा था कि क्या किया जाए, नमस्ते किया जाए या नमस्कारम किया जाए या वनक्कम बोला जाए या नमस्कार बोला जाए, पश्चिम बंगाल तक जाता है, या मेरे गुजरात के भाइयों को केम छो बोलूं या महाराष्ट्र के लोगों को जय महाराष्ट्र बोलूं। सभी कोस्टल स्टेट्स यहाँ पे उपस्थित हैं। और जैसा ललन सिंह जी ने कहा, मत्स्य सिर्फ कोस्टल स्टेट्स की धरोहर नहीं है, लैंडलॉक स्टेट्स में तो बहुत बड़े पैमाने पे संभावनाएं आगे बढ़ाने की, और आज वो भी सब यहाँ पे आए हुए हैं। तो सभी जो देश भर के हमारे साथी मित्र आए हैं, सबका स्वागत तो करता ही हूं, पर सबका मैं साधुवाद भी करता हूं आपके काम के लिए, आपके योगदान के लिए, आपके मेहनत के लिए, और देश को विकसित भारत 2047 तक लेके जाने की जो यात्रा में अभी अभी हमारे एक साथी ने बहुत ही प्रोत्साहन भरा हमें सबको उद्बोधन दिया। कैसे हम सब मिलके इस अमृत काल में देश को विकसित बनाना, देश को एक समृद्ध देश बनाना, देश को नई ऊंचाइयों तक लेके जाने के लिए हम अपना अपना काम करें। मैं कार्यशाला की पूरी प्रोग्राम देख रहा था। आज दोपहर को हम सब अलग अलग क्षेत्रों के प्रेजेंटेशंस भी देखेंगे कि क्या क्या सरकारी तौर पर आपके लिए योजनाएं उपलब्ध हैं। उसके बाद कल के जो टेक्निकल सेशंस हैं, जब उस पर नजर डाली तब ध्यान में आया कि इतना बढ़िया फिशरीज मंत्रालय ने एक प्रोग्राम 10-12 सालों के लिए हम बनाकर ही यहां से सब प्रस्थान करेंगे। और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि ये एक माइलस्टोन इवेंट, एक यादगार 2 दिवसीय कार्यशाला रहेगी जो वर्षों तक लोगों को याद रहेगी कि यहाँ पे एक शुरुआत हुई थी, यहाँ पे एक संकल्पना हुई थी। The seeds were sown for the bright future of the fishery sector, and truly, as I come to this state of Andhra Pradesh, as I come in the august company of Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, a state which is full of possibilities, state full of opportunities, where the coastline has not just fed the nation, but has reached tables across the world. As I look around and see all the Matsya Veers, all the people who are contributing to this sector in such a big way, the warriors of the waters, I truly feel proud of your achievements and the achievements of our brothers and sisters, the farmers, the fishermen, who truly make this nation proud, the persons who make this nation self-reliant. I have come today after receiving the blessings of Lord Venkateshwara at Tirupati. And I find it very deeply fitting that I now stand before you, before the very people whose lives are bound to the waters. I don't know how many of you know this or remember this, but the first form that Lord Vishnu took was a Matsya avatar, as a fish. And it's so appropriate that we have assembled in the land of Tirupati Balaji, in the land of Lord Vishnu, with our fishermen here. Incidentally, today is also World Environment Day. What better day to come together than the World Environment Day? When I think about it, no community understands the environment more intimately and better than our fishermen. The fishermen who read the tide, who respect the breeding season, who fix a turtle exclusion device to his net so that turtles can be saved, who have a 60-day non-fishing season, not because there is a law, not because some of the Western countries introduced it in the last few years or last few centuries even, but since times immemorial. We go back thousands of years and we find in the ancient wisdom of India, of Mahabharata, our fishermen used to have a no fishing season thousands of years ago, so that fish could rebreed, fish could regenerate, we would not have overfishing, and we would regulate fishing in such a manner that we can meet the needs of everybody and don't become greedy. Mahatma Gandhi had said, nature provides enough to meet the needs of the world, but not the greed of some. And therefore, on World Environment Day, when we are all assembled, it's very appropriate that we pledge ourselves. On the one hand, we are all planting trees today, Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam. On the other hand, we should all take a pledge that we will never overfish, we will not do unregulated fishing, we will not do illegal fishing, ever. And we are proud as a nation that till today, nobody has been able to cast a single allegation or ever allege that India indulges in any of these practices. Maybe some of the other countries who have been overfishing over the last few decades should take a lesson from India, should take a cue from our fishermen who are always conscious of the environment. Friends, we just heard some very good information from Lalan Singh ji about the growth of the fishing sector, particularly after the Fisheries Ministry was started in 2019 by Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. I have one more statistics which I would like to share with you. India used to export in the year 2013-14 about $5 billion worth of fish. $5 billion. Today, in the year ended 31st March, as was reported earlier in the speeches, we have exported $8.5 billion of marine products. That's a 70% growth. 70% growth. Now I would like to present to you comparable global figures. The global trade in the fisheries sector was about $150 billion in 2014. In the year 2024, it has reached $164 billion. Growth is 10%. We have achieved 70% growth in India and our exports compared to global growth of only 10%. Of course, in the year 22 and 23, there was a little spike. It went up, even at that time, it went up to $195 billion. So even that was not something earth-shattering. Even that was only 25-30% growth. But over a 10-year period, whereas India grew by 70% in our exports, the world has grown. Over the last 2 years, numbers, if we see 164 billion last year, in the year 25, it would probably be at best 170 billion by about 12-13%. That is the India growth story. That is the potential that all of you bring to the table. And it's very appropriate that we are meeting under the leadership of Chandrababu Naidu Garu, the state that provides the maximum fishing which go into exports, which is recognized and appreciated for the phenomenal work that it has done to promote fishing, our leading seafood exporter, and also a state which is today growing by leaps and bounds and demonstrating to the world how, despite so many challenges that were presented to the Chief Minister when he took charge 2 years ago. And by the way, the election results came only on 4th June 2024, by which all of us came into government. We are celebrating the last 2 years of the third term of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. 12 years of selfless service to Mahabharat, to the nation under Prime Minister Narendra Modi. 25 years continuously as a head of government, first in the state of Gujarat, then in the country as Prime Minister of India. 25 years of uninterrupted, it's a record no other leader has in India, uninterrupted, continuous service as head of a government without any break of a single day. 50 years of dedicated, committed, selfless service, unblemished track record of 50 years that Prime Minister Modi brings to the nation. And under his leadership, we are all truly empowered, truly feel blessed that together with the support and blessings of all our stakeholders gathered here, we will take the country to newer heights. Because really what we have done so far is only scratching the surface. Imagine what potential India has. Would anybody in this room believe that we are anywhere near the potential that this great country has in the fisheries sector? With 5% of global sea trade, with value-added products at only about 12% of our production and exports, with our top 10 markets accounting for nearly 80% of our exports, I think we need to sit back, relook at what we have done, not rest on our laurels. Laurels are many, but we cannot rest on our achievements. We cannot feel satisfied. No society, no business, no community, no country has ever achieved great heights of success or greatness by being satisfied with what one has achieved. We have to all start thinking like the young startups, permanently in a state of anxiety to do more, permanently wanting to challenge ourselves. What more can we do? What better can we do? My brother Chirag Paswan ji very rightly said, why should we be exporting raw shrimp when we can export ready to eat, value added, branded, and he made particular reference to quality, high quality processed Indian seafood, which will command a premium on every shelf from Tokyo to San Francisco, from Zurich all the way down to Johannesburg. The world today is looking up to India. After all, it is no mean achievement that under Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji's leadership, we have been able to conclude 9 free trade agreements only in the last 3.5 years. These 9, incidentally, cover 38 countries, and not a single country out of these 38 is a country which is not a developed country, a rich country, a prosperous country. All 38 countries have high per capita incomes. They are not our competitors. We complement each other. We can provide to them products, services, which they need from India. We have the talent. We have the youthful energy. We have the skills to be able to serve the world high quality products, goods and services. We need to aspire to leverage all these 38 countries' markets where we will have the most preferential access so that we can truly take the fisheries sector to greater heights. Honorable Minister Lalan Singh ji and I were discussing only a week ago when we conceptualized this program under his leadership, that this is a sector which should set a target no less than $30 billion in the next 5 years. That's 2.5 times growth over what we are doing today. This 8 billion has to become 30 billion in the next 5 years. It'll happen by higher production. It'll happen by proper care on quality to ensure, and quarantine issue came up, I was delighted. I hope through the PM Matsya Sampada Yojana, in which the central government has committed 21,000 crores. Never before has the fishing sector seen this kind of values available to promote the sector. And under Honorable Minister Lalan Singh Ji and his team led by Mr. Likhi, I have no doubt every single rupee invested in the seafood sector, in your industry, will help us take the sector to greater heights, not only in the coastal states, but across the country. Every landlocked state also, we would wish to promote more and more the fisheries and aquaculture sector. Fish is not only about export. Fish also provides huge nutrition to 140 crore Indians and those who have that. It can be a source of nutrition. It can be a source of energy. And therefore, let me put a question to all of you friends. The question that must guide all of our actions from today onwards. Can we all agree to take India's fish across the world to every country in the world? Work towards opening new markets. Work towards expanding our production, both for domestic consumption and export. Reduce the export of raw shrimp and other fish products. Make ready-to-eat products. Value-added products. Branded products. Can we all decide that on the plate of every kitchen around the world, our Indian fish will find a place? Can we all decide that going forward, as the world is opening their doors to greater market access for India, we will leverage every opportunity so that the world sees India as the top producer of sea products, of marine products? Can we all decide that we will collectively promote self-help groups or cooperatives which can own and operate deep sea vessels so that we can exploit our EEZ area and not let other countries' vessels come into India or our EEZ area and take our fish out of our waters? Can we not all put our fishermen together in the form of cooperatives so that the benefit of deep sea fishing is enjoyed, the fruits of the labor is enjoyed by all our fishermen across the country? Let us build brands, friends, not just volumes. Let us empower our fishermen, our MSMEs, our startups, establish more incubation centers. Look to the deep sea in a new way to capture the seas. And finally, become, as the Honorable Prime Minister said, when the global seas are rough, the world looks for a steady lighthouse. India is well poised to play that role. Can we become the lighthouse to the world when it comes to the fishing sector? Should not every country in the world look up to you, ladies and gentlemen, as the master fishermen, as the best produce in the world? That is the spirit of Viksit Bharat, to transform India from a leading producer of seafood into a globally trusted brand, supplier of high quality, sustainable, traceable and value-added marine products. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to meet all of you, and all the best for this two-day workshop.
बहुत बहुत आभार माननीय केंद्रीय वाणिज्य और उद्योग मंत्री श्री पीयूष गोयल जी का, उनकी उपस्थिति और उनके संबोधन और मार्गदर्शन के लिए। देवी सज्जनों, हमारे लिए बहुत सौभाग्य की बात है कि इस 2 दिवसीय राष्ट्रीय कार्यशाला का उद्घाटन आंध्र प्रदेश के यशस्वी मुख्यमंत्री माननीय श्री एन चंद्रबाबू नायडू जी के करकमलों से हुआ है। नाउ आई विल रिक्वेस्ट ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर, our visionary leader Shri N. Chandrababu Naidu ji to deliver his inaugural address on this occasion. Honorable Chief Minister, sir.
Honorable Minister, Minister of Commerce and Industry, Sri Piyush Goyal ji, Honorable Minister, Minister of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry, Dairy and also Panchayat Raj, Sri Rajiv Ranjan Singh ji, known as popularly Lalan Singh ji, very good friend of mine, Honorable Minister for Food Processing and Industries, Chirag Paswan ji, old association, family bond. His father used to work with my father-in-law. That is the bond we had. I am very happy to see him here. Kinjarapu Ram Mohan Naidu, Honorable Minister for Civil Aviation, Acham Naidu, my colleague, Dola Sri Balaveeranjanaya Swami, my colleague, Secretary, Department of Fisheries, Government of India, Abhilash Likhi, Additional Secretary, Department of Commerce, Government of India, Ajay Bado, and also here, Honorable Parliament members, Honorable legislators, scientists, investors, industry leaders, exporters, aquaculture farmers, fishermen, Department of Shales, and esteemed guests and friends. First of all, I want to welcome all of you to this beautiful city, Visakhapatnam, the gateway to India's eastern coast and one of the fastest growing maritime cities in the country itself. First of all, I have to thank Honorable Minister. Recently, they have notified Bhimavaram brackish water aquaculture in Andhra Pradesh. Just now, he has announced Kakinada port modernization also. And also he asked me, if you give land, we are going to start regional office of fisheries. Immediately I am offering. Within 15 days, we are going to give office first. After that, how much land you want, I am prepared to give. Immediately he is going to set up regional office. If there is no regional office of fisheries in Andhra Pradesh, there is no meaning, because we are the main contributors for fishing department. Today, it is a historic meeting. Always we are talking steel, silicon, or technology, but today we gathered here to shape the future of an economic revolution through blue economy. That is the future. I am very happy we are all here. A revolution forward, not throughout history. Civilization have flourished wherever water flowed. The Nile River nurtured Egypt. The Indus River sustained one of the world's largest civilization, that is ancient India. We are very fortunate. Godavari and Krishna shaped the prosperity of Andhra Pradesh. Even today, we are contributing aquaculture because of Godavari and Krishna rivers. That is the beauty of Andhra Pradesh. Blue economy, it is a reality. Future is with the blue economy. If you see here, we are the second largest producer of fish and seafood. Everybody told 197 lakh metric tons we are producing. And at the same time, last year record exports, that is nearly 19.3 lakh metric tons, 8.28 billion US dollars. These numbers by seeing very impressive, but they also reveal something more important. Global market, as our minister has rightly mentioned, 164 billion US dollars. Our contribution is only 5%. And at the same time, for the last 1 decade, we are able to grow nearly 70%. If you see these figures, there is a lot of opportunity. All the stakeholders who are all assembled here. Really, I am thanking Lalan Singh ji and also Piyush ji. When there was a crisis, America increased the tariff just like anything. At that time, they searched alternative markets. Short time, they are able to make all our exporters way forward. I am really very happy, and I am thanking on behalf of Andhra Pradesh. When there is a crisis, they stood with us. They sorted out the problem, both of them. You are all aware, 28% of India's total production of fish is from Andhra Pradesh. 66% of India's shrimp production is from Andhra Pradesh. 38% of India's seafood export earnings are from Andhra Pradesh. More than 28,000 crores worth of seafood exports annually. When Andhra Pradesh grows, India's seafood exports grow. When Andhra Pradesh innovates, India's blue economy advances. Opportunities, if you see, among agriculture exports, all put together, marine products 7.41 billion, non-basmati 6.53 billion, basmati 5.94, spices 4.45, buffalo meat it is only 4.06. All others are very less. Honorable Minister has given very ambitious plan. Another 5 years, from 8.5 billion US dollars to 30 billion US dollars. We are all thinking, is it possible or not? One example I am giving you. Around 2014, our GVA, 22,700 crores. Now, within 1 decade, our GVA contribution 1.53 lakh crores. Growth over 570%. India has grown 70%. We have grown exports, they have grown 70%. We have grown fish production 570%. That is the growth Andhra Pradesh has achieved. I am totally confident what Piyush ji has rightly mentioned, it is possible. This success I can attribute to aquaculture farmers and also fishermen. very, very innovative and dynamic entrepreneurs, and also women who are all contributing here. Just now we have seen Aditya Aqua, smart green aquaculture, is in Hyderabad. But I am confident he is beneficiary of my technology. This is where I promoted technology long back. He is making use of that technology and he is going innovative way. That is where he revolutionized India's first inland commercial scale aqua farm. All of us are thinking this very interesting fish, all these things, it will come only in sea or inland waters. But Hyderabad, you know very well, the climate zone and everything. There he produced all these things and he is able to export all over the world now. I am very happy. I congratulate. Many more entrepreneurs are like this with startups. Andhra Pradesh is having strong base, 1,000-kilometer sea coast, plenty of water, Krishna, Godavari. And also we are very strong in technology. IT means Telugu, India. India, 35% IT is from Telugu states, that is Andhra and Telangana. And also we are having very strong logistics base. We are having number of ports and airports. Here all 4 ministers are there. I am very happy. One is concerned aquaculture minister. He will produce, he will give incentives, everything. And at the same time, marketing creator is very important. He has to bring so many MOUs, networking, all these things. We use there. Value addition, much more important. Otherwise, low price, everything. There our Paswanji is there. Logistics, right time. He has to take to the different countries' destination. Valuation for our product. That is where Ram Mohan Naidu is here. All 4 are here. Our Honorable Prime Minister, you are all aware. A right man, right place. That is the right choice also. That is where Honorable Prime Minister. He is promoting India. India brand is very, very strong. Now it is very easy for Piyush Ji to network because his goodwill. He can network, he told very clearly, all over the world, all countries one day, every kitchen will have India aqua. That is his dream. I am confident it is possible. Here all leaders are here. I am requesting you one thing. Future, all of us has to keep it in mind. Quality, sustainability, traceability, innovation every day, not once in a way. Every day what you are doing, you have to think again, innovate differently. Zero pollution. As on today, all our speakers were talking, 12% valuation we are doing. And at the same time, so much of pollution because of leftover aquaculture waste. In fish, nothing is waste. Even bones, rich protein. Even every part of fish, if you can go, rich minerals or protein or very, very medicinal values, pharmaceutical values. There, just now Secretary is telling to me, from Iceland, they are coming. They want to work with Bhimavaram farmers. That is where department has to work towards that direction. Even innovators are all you are here. I am just now one or two entrepreneurs told very clearly registration and also traceability. That is our vision. We are working. Every farm, every pond identified, every batch traceable, every export quality they can look after. Where is the product, what is the process, and also what is the nutrition values, quality, everything they can go through, they can track back. That is what we are doing. I wanted to request Government of India, this is the time. All of us has to work clearly. As on today, export-wise, if you see, we are in 7th place. China, $20.18 billion. Norway, $15.98 billion. Ecuador, $9.2 billion. And also Vietnam, $8.3 billion. Chile, $7.8 billion. We are this year to 24, $7.2 billion. But we have to learn lessons from all these things. Norway, they are doing very well, brand and trust. Vietnam, export ecosystem. Even here, our product is going to Vietnam, then they are adding value, they are exporting different countries. China, value addition. Ecuador, traceability. Chile, innovation. I want to request all players here. With all these things, you have to keep in mind all stakeholders, not one stakeholder. Every stakeholder has to contribute for this. We have to build trustworthy band, then only we can achieve this. I am requesting all of us how to build. I am very happy. What all possible we will do our best as a state. Government of India also will come forward. We will work together and then make India very, very strong in aqua. Scale like China, mega seafood processing parks. That is where Paswanji has to help all of us. Brand like Norway, through Andhra Shrimp and India Seafood. India will be the lighthouse for aqua. Andhra will be further focused. Central point of that lighthouse will be Andhra Pradesh. I wanted to build here all ecosystems. Wherever we are weak, either R&D or innovations, even traceability, everything we have to bring together. Here I am requesting all of us, we are moving in the direction. Amaravati, Bhimavaram, Kakinada, Visakhapatnam, Krishnapatnam, Nellore, 6 centers will make it. This is one sector I wanted to focus more. And also I am requesting all of you.
చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు ఉత్సాహంగా చాలా ఎనర్జెటిక్ గా సైకిల్ ప్రయాణం చేశారు. 5.5 కిలోమీటర్ల దూరాన్ని కేవలం 21 నిమిషాల 18 సెకండ్లలో చేరుకున్నారు. విశాఖ ఏయూ గ్రౌండ్స్ నుండి నోవాటెల్
When we are going to reach, that is very, very important. Even in these
ప్రపంచ పర్యావరణ
so many
దినోత్సవం
byproducts,
సందర్భంగా ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ ముఖ్యమంత్రి
Even
నారా చంద్రబాబు
fillets,
నాయుడు ఉత్సాహంగా చాలా ఎనర్జెటిక్ గా
obviously,
సైకిల్ ప్రయాణం చేశారు.
head and
5.5
bones,
కిలోమీటర్ల దూరాన్ని
we can use
కేవలం
it
21
differently.
నిమిషాల 18 సెకండ్లో
Even
చేరుకున్నారు.
skin,
విశాఖ ఏయూ గ్రౌండ్
liver,
నుండి నోవోటల్ వరకు సీఎం
collagen,
సైకిల్ ర్యాలీ చేశారు.
shrimp
త్రీ టౌన్
shells,
పోలీస్ స్టేషన్, పూలమాంబ
guts,
గుడి,
offal.
వాల్తేరు బీచ్ రోడ్డు
Like
మీదుగా
this,
నోవోటల్
everything
చేరుకున్న
is
ముఖ్యమంత్రి
useful.
మండు వేసవి
Why
ఎరటి
can't
ఎండ కాస్తున్న
all of
చంద్రబాబు
you
సైకిల్ తొక్కుతూ
watch globally
ప్రజలను అభివాదం తెలిపారు. 75
and
ఏళ్ల
also
లేటు
come
వయసులో
back with
కూడా సైకిల్
innovations?
తొక్కిన సీఎం చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు
Any
ఎంతో మంది స్ఫూర్తిగా
incentives in
నిలిచారని
Andhra Pradesh,
చెప్పుకోవచ్చు.
we are
ప్రపంచ
prepared to
పర్యావరణ
give you
దినోత్సవం సందర్భంగా
and promote
ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్
one of
ముఖ్యమంత్రి
the best aquaculture hub in the world itself. That is our aim. I am prepared to work with all of you. Then ultimately, as our Honorable Minister has rightly mentioned, 2030. He has given very ambitious plan. I thought double. He has given an ambitious plan of 4 times. But by seeing this, is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Provided stakeholders, all of you, and Government of India and governments will work together, it is possible. That is where we are very clear to work with you. Our farmers transformed ponds into prosperity. Our entrepreneurs transformed opportunity into exports. Our scientists transformed knowledge into productivity. But today, we have to take it next level. That is the biggest challenge for all of us. Here, finally, 2047 Vikasit Bharat. Now together, we must transform the blue economy into a pillar of Vikasit Bharat 2047. From pond to port, from farmer to global consumer, from blue economy to Vikasit Bharat. Let the waters of Andhra Pradesh carry India's aspirations to every corner of the world. Let us build not merely a seafood industry, let us build a global model of sustainable prosperity. Always, I'm requesting all of you, always the future of India's blue economy will not be written on papers. It will be written on waters. And Andhra Pradesh is ready to lead that journey. I request all of you, you belong to Indians. One of the best ecosystem we are creating here. Any knowledge, just now Aditya has told me he wanted to meet me. My doors are open. A phone call away, I am available. You can come and meet me. We'll encourage you. All your innovations will take to the logical conclusion. Not only you, all others I am requesting, either technology experts or product innovators or new ideas or exporters to take lead. Anybody is having any new idea, you come to Andhra Pradesh, you trust us, you test us. Earlier I used to talk about ease of doing business. Now we are talking speed of doing business. That is our way of doing. Once, if you come and join us, from then onwards, it is our industry. It is our responsibility to navigate, to take to the logical conclusion. I am very happy. Today, Environmental Day. This is also very, very important. For sustainability, just now one entrepreneur has mentioned, because of environment, disease profile is coming and also so many problems are coming. Even some people are mentioned. I am very happy Ministry is here. One stakeholder, another stakeholder conflict. Sometimes Government of India also, but PSG is doing very well, balancing, is listening, is balancing. Sometimes the right time, we won't export. Sometimes wrong time we will import. Thereby agriculture products and also country will have a problem. But always he is doing his best to balance. By end of this meeting or future, all of us has to work together how to bring sustainability. Environment also is very, very important. Pollution is there, then all problems will come. This is one industry we have to take extra precautions. That's why today I wanted to motivate for future. Aqua food is one where it will give you good health also. I wanted to make it very clear. All over the world, food habits are changing. Earlier, everybody used to eat only rice or some vegetables. Today, food habits have been changed. So many people are not eating carbohydrates. They are going only protein. Protein is available very rich only in fish and also chicken or egg. That is where we are having lot of opportunities. Again, I am telling you, this is one sector. Abundant opportunities for us within the country, outside the country. Even I am promoting to eat more and more fish because you will have more and more intake of protein. Thereby, no need to go to doctor. That is one area I am promoting in a big way. And also I am promoting one more thing. Have cycle. And then every day go to office in cycle, electrical cycle. Half an hour. Happily you can travel. Whenever you want to do exercise also, you can have a pedaling. Then your exercise will be completed. Then you can maintain good health forever. That's why Environmental Day, I came here in a cycle. I am also promoting all of you. This is where you can reduce the diesel consumption, diesel and petrol consumption. Then green energy we can promote in a big way. Our Honorable Prime Minister is promoting Surya Ghar, rooftop, and also Kusum, where pump sets. All of us will follow this. Then petrol and diesel consumption also will be reduced drastically. We have to think alternative ways, then only country will benefit. I don't have any doubt, future is ours. What Piyush ji has told very clearly, our Honorable, this decade, I can say this century belongs to Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Already 25 years as Chief Minister and Prime Minister. You can imagine this century, 21st century belongs to him. He wanted to make again, coming centuries are going to belong for India. That means another 5-6 centuries together. If all of us will position very well and balanced way, then we can do wonders in the near future. Just now Ram Mohan Naidu has told very clearly how many airports he is going to build. Every minister is saying what is their agenda for future. If all these things will happen, then nothing, nobody can beat us. India will become a great country. That is possible only through our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. He has completed 12 years in office. We have to strengthen him. To strengthen him and to strengthen the nation, we have to do our best in whatever you are working, either in politics or technology or industry or farming. Everybody has to exceed your best. With this, anyway, we are going to announce, I am having long wish list with all ministers, not for me. It is to create ecosystem. Then we will make Andhra Pradesh as a model for aquaculture and also for export industry through seafood. With this, all the best for all of you. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you very much, sir. We are our deep gratitude to Honorable Chief Minister, sir, for his kind and encouraging words. देवेश सज्जनों, एडिशनल सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ कॉमर्स गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया श्री अजय भादु जी से निवेदन है वे सभी डिग्निटरीज का आपका इनॉग्रल सेशन में आपकी उपस्थिति के लिए आभार व्यक्त करने के लिए पधारे विद हिज वोट ऑफ थैंक्स। अजय भादु जी।
On behalf of the Ministry of Commerce and on behalf of Ministry of Fisheries and on behalf of all of you, I would like to express my deep gratitude to Shri Nara Chandrababu Naidu ji, Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Shri Piyush Goyal ji, Honorable Minister for Commerce and Industry, Government of India, Shri Rajiv Ranjan Singh ji, Honorable Minister for Fisheries, Animal Husbandry, Dairy and Panchayati Raj, Government of India, Shri Kunjarapu Naidu ji, Honorable Minister for Civil Aviation, Shri Chirag Paswan ji, Honorable Minister for Food Processing, Shri Kinjarapu ji, Honorable Minister for Fisheries, Government of Andhra Pradesh, Shri Mastan Rao ji, Honorable Member of Parliament, Shri Dola Swami ji, District in Charge Minister for Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh, Shri Abhilaksh Likhi ji, Secretary. All of you are present here and patiently present here, as CIM has said. Progressive farmers, startups, processors, exporters, scientists and experts, all stakeholders, friends from media, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Before we conclude this inaugural session of this 2 days national workshop on seafood, I will request all of you to please arise for the national anthem. देवी सज्जनों, इसके साथ ही नेशनल वर्कशॉप का ये उद्घाटन सत्र अब यहीं संपन्न होता है। आप सभी का हृदय से आभार। बहुत ही धैर्य के साथ आपने पूरे कार्यक्रम में अपनी उपस्थिति को इंश्योर किया है आखिर तक, जबकि लंच के लिए, भोजन के लिए बहुत विलंब भी हुआ आप सभी को, लेकिन आप सभी रुके रहे, आप सभी बैठे रहे और बहुत पेशेंटली आपने हर चीज को देखा है, सुना है, समझा है, पार्टिसिपेट किया है। आप सबका हृदय से आभार। और आप सभी को मैं लंच के लिए आमंत्रित करता हूं। After the lunch, please take your seats by or before 3:30. I think you just try to be here before 3:30 so that we can start our next session of presentation, that next post-lunch session in which presentation will be made by the line ministries, departments and organizations on related schemes, policies, way forward and also measures taken for promotion of seafood. Abhi ke
You are wasting 9
ప్రపంచ పర్యావరణ దినోత్సవం సందర్భంగా ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ ముఖ్యమంత్రి నారా చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు ఉత్సాహంగా చాలా ఎనర్జెటిక్ గా సైకిల్ ప్రయాణం చేశారు. 5.5 కిలోమీటర్ల దూరాన్ని కేవలం 21 నిమిషాల 18 సెకండ్లో చేరుకున్నారు. విశాఖ ఏయూ గ్రౌండ్స్ నుండి నోవోటల్ వరకు సీఎం సైకిల్ ర్యాలీ చేశారు. 3 టౌన్ పోలీస్ స్టేషన్, పూలమాంబ గుడి, వాల్తేరు బీచ్ రోడ్డు మీదుగా నోవోటల్ చేరుకున్న ముఖ్యమంత్రి మండు వేసవి ఎర్రటి ఎండ కాస్తున్న చంద్రబాబు సైకిల్ తొక్కుతూ ప్రజలను అభివాదం తెలిపారు. 75 ఏళ్ల లేటు వయసులో కూడా సైకిల్ తొక్కిన సీఎం చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు ఎంతో మందికి స్ఫూర్తిగా నిలిచారని చెప్పుకోవచ్చు. ప్రపంచ పర్యావరణ దినోత్సవం సందర్భంగా ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ ముఖ్యమంత్రి నారా చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు ఉత్సాహంగా చాలా ఎనర్జెటిక్ గా సైకిల్ ప్రయాణం చేశారు. 5.5 కిలోమీటర్ల దూరాన్ని కేవలం 21 నిమిషాల 18 సెకండ్లో చేరుకున్నారు. ప్రపంచ పర్యావరణ దినోత్సవం సందర్భంగా ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ ముఖ్యమంత్రి నారా చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు ఉత్సాహంగా చాలా ఎనర్జెటిక్ గా సైకిల్ ప్రయాణం చేశారు.
ప్రతి గడప నీకే స్వాగతం అంటోంది.
తిరుపతితో కలిసి సీడ్ బాల్స్ తయారీలో మన ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ రాష్ట్ర గౌరవ ఉప ముఖ్యమంత్రి వర్యులు గౌరవనీయులు శ్రీ కొనిదెల పవన్ కళ్యాణ్ గారు వారు పాల్గొనడం జరుగుతోంది. వారితో మాట్లాడుతూ చిన్నారిల్లో మొక్కలు నాటేటటువంటి స్ఫూర్తిని కలిగిస్తూ ఉన్నారు. అదేవిధంగా ప్రతి ఒక్క స్కూల్లో ప్రతి ఒక్క చిల్డ్రన్ అందరూ కూడా అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి, వారి యొక్క స్ఫూర్తిని వారి యొక్క ఆలోచనను ముందుకు సాగించాలి. హరితాంధ్రప్రదేశ్ లక్ష్య సాధనగా ప్రతి ఒక్కరూ కూడా కృషి చేద్దాం. నా భూతో నా భవిష్యత్. నిజంగా ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ రాష్ట్ర ప్రజలందరూ కూడా ఇంత గ్రాండ్ లెవెల్లో ఆర్గనైజ్ చేస్తున్నటువంటి ఈ బృహత్తరమైనటువంటి వేడుకల్లో పాల్గొని ఒక చరిత్రను సృష్టిస్తున్నారు. వరల్డ్ రికార్డు సాధనకై మనమందరం కూడా కలిసి విజయం సాధ్యపడుతుంది అని ఎంతో గర్వంగా మీ అందరికీ తెలియజేసేందుకు ఆనందపడుతూ ఉన్నాం. ప్రపంచ పర్యావరణ దినోత్సవం, మరి ఈ దినోత్సవాన్ని పురస్కరించుకొని ఏదైతే ప్రతి ఒక్క ఆలోచన ఉందో, మొక్కలు నాటాలి, అడవులను పెంపొందించాలి, ముఖ్యంగా జీవ వైవిధ్యాలను వాటి సంరక్షణకు